Hello, everybody, and welcome back to unMadeGaming. We are here for our third of 4 games to our 12-hour stream, a game called A Storm for Ravens. It's going to be run by Jacobuddy. He's been here a few times running other games. In fact, you've seen most of the faces here before. Awkward Cosgirl is the new one, so let's start with her. Awkward Cosgirl, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
I am playing as Illa. You can find me practically everywhere on the internet under Awkward Cosplay Girl, and my name IRL is Nikki. So very nice to meet all of you.
Sweet.
Hi.
Perfect. Let's jump over to Speedy. Speedy, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
I am Speedy. You can find me online everywhere as Not So Speedruns, and today I am playing as a Tabaxi Blood Hunter who goes by 9 Lives.
I like it. I like it. We're going to lose 8 of them today. Uh, Perfect. Let's jump over to Ethan. Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Hello, I'm Ethan. You can find me at Super Robot Bear on Twitter. That's where I talk about most of the things that I do. And today I'm playing Emmett of the Eighth Eye, who is a very normal person. Or they were. Now they have spider powers.
Like Spider-Man or like...
Like turning into a spider, and
Okay.
then if spiders could also summon lightning.
All right. I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1. Cool. And last but not least, we'll go over to Jagabuddy. Jack, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And tell us a little bit about Storm for Ravens.
Hey guys, yeah, my name is Jack. I go by Jacobuddy everywhere. Twitter is kind of like my main source of everything that I do. Writing lots of D&D adventures for DM's Guild and other sources as well, like the Blood Plague for Encounter Roleplay, and some other projects I'm working on subtly in the background in secret. Yeah, and this is one of the adventures that I have been kind of currently brewing up. That's going to eventually be a DM's Guild adventure. So we're going to be running the first part of it today, and it is called A Storm for Ravens. It is a dark, really messed up horror adventure. You can all blame Mike for this because I ran Cold Within, Cold Without 2 or 3 months ago on one of these streams, and he was all upset because it wasn't dark and messed up enough. So today I'm going to push an envelope and make him regret those words.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. People should definitely support this amazing cause and give these guys some nat 20s, because otherwise they're all going to die. Or give them nat 1s and they'll definitely die. And if we hit the stream goal by the end of this stream, then I'm going to drop like a big reveal about something in this campaign to kind of spice up the pot a little bit.
Ooh. I am gonna drop a reveal because I don't think I've had a chance to do it yet because I have ADD brain. So this is a unique cast, as the cast was just discussing it before. You guys have seen the reveal for Atari Twilight, the new Tales from the Loop campaign that is coming in September. But Jack is running a new campaign coming in September called Island in the Sky, and Ethan is running a campaign coming in September called The North Seat. And if you have been paying attention, you've seen The North Seat as a one-shot here on the channel a few months ago. It is a continuation of that, and it's going to be dope. It's going to be super awesome, and I can't wait to see that. So if you guys are not in our Discord, join the Discord, hype it up in there, and you can see all of the individual chats made for all the new upcoming games that I can't wait to play. And with that, take us away, Jack.
Okay. The road is long and dangerous, but nothing a few adventurers such as yourselves can't handle. Hired by an old merchant named Gregor Aldoon, who is beyond the years where he is capable of defending himself, you are each journeying with the kindly old man and his single wagon of trade goods to ensure he arrives safely. On the 4th day of your journey, dark clouds begin to amass on the western horizon, slowly reaching to overtake the land. By the time night falls, the storm has struck in all its fury, flooding the roads, chilling the air, and taking all light from the world. Your party has been forced from the path, pulling the wagons beneath some swaying trees that provide little shelter. Gregor asks you to stay with the wagon while he inspects the situation. After several chaotic minutes, Gregor reappears from the darkness. The old merchant pulls the group close and shouts through the rain so that he can be heard. We've got to be getting out of this storm before we all freeze to death or get washed away. I saw some lights not far ahead atop a hill. Should be some place there for us to stay. Anywhere would be better than clinging to each other on the side of the road anyhow.
Yes, I would like to find shelter from this rainy abyss.
I wasn't ready for a Transylvanian cat. I wasn't mentally prepared for that voice and the cat to go together. And now all I can picture is Rocky Horror Cat.
Yeah,
messing up my
Rocky
day.
Horror was also my first thought. I wanted the same character and resisted just bursting out singing. There's a light.
That's what I
just
pictured
jealous I didn't-
immediately. I just pictured Frankenfurter Cat.
I'm just jealous I didn't think of a Tabaxi Bloodhunter first.
Oh man, no. Perfect.
No, but for the record, Nine Lives is a very dark gray tabaxi with like scars on his face and is like a little bit ratty. He's got like some of his fur is matted and like there's a big chunk missing out of one of his ears. He looks like he's seen something. His eyes are like a piercing yellow. Yes, we should seek shelter.
Yes, I agree. We should seek shelter. That's how furbolgs sound, if you were curious. That's exactly... They all sound like Bert.
I don't think we're meant to be prepared for any of this.
Yeah. I agree. We should seek shelter. It's not safe on the road. Kermit the Frog here. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone else.
I guess we should.
Did you say you saw a cave entrance?
No, it's some kind of, well, it could be. It's some kind of lights up on top of the hill. Maybe a village or something. Not
Oh.
sure. The storm's too thick to see.
We should
I
head
will
that
not
way.
tarry any longer. Let us go.
I agree.
Yes, we should steer the horse and the wagon and get out of this storm as quick as possible. I'm in agreement.
Perfect.
Let's go.
The storm shows no sign of relenting as your small party makes its way up the muddy gravel path that climbs the hill. All around, the wind howls like demons in the night. Lightning slashes through the sky, illuminating the world in a frightening clarity before plunging you again into darkness. Atop the rise that you climb seems to be a large stone structure of an ornate construction. Beautiful windows of colored glass leak light out from within, although the iron bars crossing the glass's surface break the beams into glowing fragments. A massive set of wooden doors can be seen built into what you assume is the front of the structure, and just in front of the main building, there stands a few smaller brick structures. And as y'all, kind of what y'all are seeing as you come up this hill and are approaching the structure in the storm.
Well, this definitely isn't a cave. You think anyone lives here?
The lights are on, I would assume.
Unless it's haunted.
Unless it's haunted. I agree.
Probably not that, though.
But it could be.
You do not know. Ghosts, they are everywhere in the world.
So you say. I assume repeatedly and always.
At least 9 times.
You're right.
Someone should knock on the door.
All right.
Well, that was easy.
Roll a knock on door check.
Is that athletics?
You set off a trap, you die.
Oh, dang it.
Okay, so you knock on this door, and after a couple moments, the door kind of creaks open, and a man who is kind of draped in a long robe of purple and gray opens and kind of looks out at you, holding a lantern kind of out into the storm to see all of you. And he kind of looks close at all of you for a second. He says, "Ah, travelers, we don't get many of your kind this time of the year. Oh, you must all be freezing. Yes, let us get you inside at once and get you all warm.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And Gregor, the merchant that you've been escorting, kind of pies up. He says, "Now wait a minute. We need somewhere to bring these horses. We can't just leave them out in the storm."
Is there a stable nearby, or that we could store them?
The cloaked man nods and he says, yes, we have a stable in the back. I can take you and show you where it is. Perhaps the rest of you should all head inside and get warm, and I'll escort your friend here to the stable."
All right. It seems like a fair point.
I think I'll go with them.
"Very well, if you'd like to come as well, ma'am, you're welcome to."
I don't hesitate to walk in the door past this guy and just like start trying to dry myself off and just shaking. Wet cat is not fun.
I mean, regular cats are barely fun. Zing!
Oh!
Yeah, human also walks in.
I think Emmett goes in and casts Druidcraft and creates a slight warm breeze to just help dry himself off.
Well, that was pretty smart.
Okay, so since we're already splitting the party in a horror campaign,
Yes.
so we're going to go with Isla and Gregor first, who are being led around by this man in the cloak. And so as he begins kind of leading you along the side of this structure, he says, by the way, my name is Brother Matthias. It is a pleasure to meet both of you."
Nice to meet you.
And Gregor kind of introduces himself and says, "Name's Gregor. I'm a merchant." And the Brother Matthias kind of nods his head and says, "You've stumbled upon our great temple to the Raven Queen herself here. We call it Ravenheart, which is a beautiful and old structure, as you can see. Great place of worship."
Yes, I can say so.
And so Brother Matthias leads you and Gregor around the massive structure, the lights from beyond the barred stained windows illuminating the way with eerie effect. It takes several minutes to reach the backside of the temple, where a decent-sized wooden stable stands alone in the stormy night. Brother Matthias goes to the front of this stable and, with kind of a yank, pulls the door open to the stable and kind of waves for the cart and horse to be brought in, which Gregor is leading. And so he kind of yelling and instructing the horse and guiding it as it is terrified in the storm, kind of begins leading it into the stable. And Brother Matthias looks over at Isla and he says, "Now we're going to need some rope to tie the horse up. There's a small shed out back behind the stable. Can you fetch some rope?"
Don't worry, I have some rope in my pack.
Yes, of course. We could use that as well. Let's see. And he'll kind of hold his hand out for the rope.
She will easily grab it out of her pack and hand it to him, just staring straight at him.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take it and he will head inside and begin to tie up the horse. And then he will, once the horse is kind of securely tied away, he will kind of look over at Gregor and say, "Now, do you have feed for the horse as well? We do need to feed him." And Gregor kind of nods and pulls out a sack of feed from the back. But then seeing that there's not like a food trough readily available in the stable, as this one seems to not be used often, Matthias kind of sighs and says, "Very well, let's fetch a bucket to put the food in for the horse." And so he will kind of begin leading Gregor out of the stable. I'll turn back to Isla and he'll say, "Stay here with the horse and watch it. We don't need it getting frightened and snapping the rope."
Of course.
And so the two of them walk off into the storm, and then several minutes pass, and neither one of them comes back.
Bum, bum, bum.
He'll just stand there and huddle up next to the horse for a second, petting its kind of muzzle, saying, "It's okay, buddy. It's all right."
Yeah, and as Isla kind of waits, we're gonna move back to the other group that is inside. You were brought inside what is immediately apparent to be a temple, based on the stained glass and the structures of it. This grand hall that stands around you is acting, very much as like a shield against a storm, which is slamming against the colored glass windows on all sides of you. The floor beneath your feet is a gray brick with red carpeting laid across much of the surface to give the space of worship a warm, inviting image. Several benches are placed throughout the chamber where worshippers can sit and raise prayers to the Raven Queen, who you can see statues and icons of all throughout this space. Having seen you enter, several figures clad in the same robes as the man that met you at the door approach your group. They welcome you with a slight bow, and then the man in front turns to the others. Well, go on, fetch our guests some food and some wine. They are surely tired after braving such a storm. And then, with the others hurrying off into a wooden door that is to the right of a blazing fireplace at the far end of this hall, the man turns back to you and says, "Greetings, guests. I am Father Desmond, master of Ravenheart and humble servant of the Raven Queen." And he kind of gives a small bow.
Neat.
Do I know who the Raven Queen is?
Do a religion check for us. Let's find out if you.
I also like ravens. My name's Human. It's a nice place.
For the record, I have advantage on intelligence checks recalling information about Fey fiends and undead, so if they're related to this.
It would not be.
Just a check, that's a nat one, so.
Perfect.
Birds are cool.
I too am a fan of ravens.
Oh, look at that. Learn something new every day. I've been traveling with him for days and I didn't know he liked birds like I like birds.
Yes, I can see you're all very devout. Well, it is a pleasure to have guests all the same. I can see you are very weary from the road.
Yes. What,
Yes. I would mostly like to get dry.
So, do you just, like, worship birds here, or what's that about?
No, we worship the Raven Queen. She is the
What I said?
the master of death. She is the one responsible for taking souls at their right time and leading them on to the afterlife, where they can continue on eternally. Many wrongfully fear the Raven Queen, believing her a bringer of death and destruction, but she is not. She merely creates the bridge that allows our souls to move on into the afterlife.
Oh, so not birds at all, then?
Well, she does use birds to do her bidding from time to time.
Oh, okay.
I am surprised I have not heard of her in my dealings in the past. I am one who is familiar with death.
Perhaps you heard her by a different name. She goes by many names, like the Mistress of Death.
Death is a cruel mistress indeed.
That is a much more direct name.
Yeah,
It is,
I
but
wouldn't
it's
get that one confused with birds at all.
But the Raven Queen sounds cool and makes for really great pictures on the wall.
You have pictures of birds?
It's a good motif.
Yes, we do. And he kind of motions around the room to a couple like tapestries hanging on the wall.
Oh,
That many of them would
neat.
have images of like ravens like watching over scenes or over cemeteries, things like that.
That's cool. That is a good name. You're right.
Yes. Do you have any other questions for me?
Where can we sleep?
Ah, well, we could bring you some bedrolls in a bit. I'm afraid we can't let you into the rest of the temple. It's private only for the worshippers, but you're welcome to use a table by the fireplace. We're bringing food and wine out shortly for you, and we can get you some bedrolls as well. Let you spend the night.
Would you require any payment of us?
No, of course not.
Strange that our employer has not yet returned. Perhaps we should go check.
Hmm.
Yeah, is your stable like far away, or like, is it like a barn? Is it?
It is around back. It is a bit of a trip, especially in this kind of storm. I imagine they'll be back soon.
You mind if we go out and look for him?
I can't stop you, but I would not recommend it in this kind of weather.
He's
I'd hate
kind
for
of
you to get lost or to become separated in such a storm.
he's kind of the whole reason we're here. It sucks
is
to
our-
lose him.
Protect him. We cannot abandon that
Yeah.
simply because of inclement weather, such as the rain.
I'll tell you what. Let me check with my my brothers first, and let me see if they can find out the status. We have windows that look out towards the stable in the back of the temple. I'll check on them for you and bring you an update.
It'd be really cool if you could like send out a raven to look for him. No? Wishful thinking.
Yeah, definitely wishful thinking.
Probably wishful thinking.
Worth a try.
Can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Yeah, you can.
And
He seems a little bit like, I'm trying to think of the right word to describe him. A little bit like uptight and kind of maybe a little slimy, but he is also like a priest of a deity all about like death and stuff.
yeah, so like no more creepy than would be expected.
Yeah, you kind of expect him to be a little odd. Definitely. Yeah, let's go back to Isla real quick. So you've waited several minutes, and your employer has not returned, nor has Brother Matthias, who walked off to find this this bucket to use for the food. What is she doing?
She was just staying there with the horse. Honestly.
Okay, you're not gonna go look for him or anything like that. You're gonna just chill with your horse.
Yep.
A safe thing to do.
The safe thing to go nowhere.
Stay with the horse that's spooked.
Okay. Yeah, you continue sitting with this horse, and basically they don't come back, and you just continue chilling while your party's partying inside.
Yep.
If these guys don't give us any information in like 5 minutes, I'm going to go out there.
Yeah, I'd follow.
Yeah, I guess I'll come too.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
been
so-
too long.
Because then if the two of you go, then it's just me here alone, and then I'm the one that's alone. Then you gotta come back for me, and that doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, back out where Isla is, a figure does begin to approach through the rain, and a man you haven't seen yet, but in like a very similar robe to the first one, approaches you, and he says, "Ah, you must be Isla, yes?"
Her eyebrow raises. Yes.
Sorry for the surprise. My name is Father Desmond. I came to inform you. I'm sorry that Brother Matthias disappeared with Gregor. It seems Gregor slipped and hurt himself. So he's being tended to inside. So we need to get you out of here and back inside into the warm.
What happened to the bucket for the horse?
I can have one of my servants fetch one. You don't need to be doing that.
Alright. Will you take me to him?
I can't take you directly to him right away. He is in a kind of sacred part of the temple. We can only bring the sick and ill into. But I promise you'll see him shortly as soon as we get him patched up.
Alright. Can I perform a religion check?
Yeah. Yeah, you recognize the symbols of the Raven Queen on his robes, and you know all the general stuff about the Raven Queen being, a deity of death and things like that. But it is true. She's actually considered to be a pure neutral deity, and that she doesn't bring about death or go around like killing people. She just transports souls at the right time.
So then she'll willingly follow.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll basically lead you back around to the front door where your party entered. And he will open it and then kind of walk in with her. So the rest of you see Isla and Father Desmond enter through the front door, both soaking wet from the storm.
Don't y'all have a back door to this place?
What happened out there?
Apparently Gregor fell, and they're taking care of him inside.
Oh, well, that's awfully nice of them. They said they're gonna bring us wine and cheese.
More than cheese. We're going to bring you a meal.
A whole meal of cheese? That's great.
Perhaps I should add cheese to the menu.
Those are two of my favorite things. Meals and cheese.
And birds, apparently.
I like birds. They're alright.
I do have a question.
Yeah?
Yes.
Who supplies you way out here?
Some of the farmers in the area, people like that. We have a lot of trading caravans that come here. This is the road between Waterdeep and many of the further northern cities, like, all the way up even to like Icewind Dale. People from there coming down this way.
Curious that you weren't on our maps.
Well, we're not really a village or something to be marked on those maps. We're just a roadside temple, though it is quite a beautiful temple. Perhaps it's because so many fear the Raven Queen.
Why would they fear her if she had no ill intent?
Why do any fear death? Because it is unknown, because they don't know how to trust it.
Indeed. But death is not something to be feared. It's something to be fought.
He just kind of smirks a little bit, but doesn't say anything. Now then, let me go check on your meal. I'm sure it's about ready.
All right.
Our employer, please.
Yes, of course. And so he will go through that same door in the back corner of the room to the right of the fireplace, that small wooden door. He'll kind of slip through there and shut the door behind him and leave you guys alone in this front hall.
Do not trust these priests.
They seem all right.
I don't quite trust them either.
I don't know why. They like birds and wine and cheese and meals.
Human, this isn't exactly normal.
Oh. I kind of live out in the woods most of the time, so...
If
Oh,
a
you're-
moose came up and brought you wine and cheese and wanted to talk to you about birds of death,
Uh-huh.
would you have that dinner party?
Do I know the moose?
No.
Oh.
It is a strange moose.
Does it look like a friendly moose?
No.
No, I
He
wouldn't.
brings his other moose friends.
I wouldn't have that party. I don't think.
Yeah. That priest is the moose.
Oh. I
Not
see.
Yeah. All right.
Got it.
Everything clear.
Now that we're on the same page,
Thank you. I appreciate that. All you people things, they get all weird together. You gotta
Agreed.
break it down. Simple terms.
Okay, and then about this point, the door opens in the back of the room, and a couple clerics wearing their heavy robes, none of which you recognize, they seem to be kind of like acolytes, come out carrying a couple plates and things. They go over to the table that's by the fireplace, which has some seats and all around it, and they lay out the spread. And laid out on the table for you now are 2 bottles of red wine, a basket of fresh bread, a few slices of smoked meat, a basket of assorted fruit, and a wheel of cheese. And they also stack a couple plates and some wine glasses out that y'all are able to use before they kind of keep their heads down and slip back into the back and leave you alone with your meal.
Well, they did bring us food.
Do you trust this food?
And cheese.
Trust the food from the moose?
I mean, I'd be concerned with how the moose made the food. He doesn't have any hands. But I think I see what you're getting at. What if we try the food, and if it's bad, then we'll know.
All right, why don't you try the food and we'll see if it works out.
All right. And he pulls up to the table and breaks off some cheese and eats the cheese.
That's some good cheese.
This is some good cheese. Guys, I would imagine everything else is good based off this one piece of cheese that I ate. Why don't you dig in?
Can I check for poison?
Yeah, sure. What are you inspecting?
I guess the wine probably first.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a herbalism kit and alchemist supplies. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, I'll let you use that if you'd like to do like a little poison test. If you want to pour some of the wine into your alchemy kit, kind of throw some things in there, and like it's one of those things like the chemical like changes color if it's poisoned or something.
Yeah. What kind of check is that?
Let's go for like maybe like a nature check or maybe a survival check. One of those, whatever you prefer.
I'll go survival.
Okay, yeah, you inspect the wine. You don't find any sign of it being poisoned. The wine does seem a little bit different than the normal wines like you've seen on the road. It could just be, that it was like made in this area and you're not used to this kind of wine, but something seems a little bit strange about it, but it doesn't appear to be poisoned.
This is strange wine. Perhaps French or something.
Wow.
That was deep. That was deep.
Well done.
No, it is not poisoned. At least. Not as far as I can tell.
I know, I had the cheese, I already told you.
I
Why
will
would-
take a...
Why would they poison just one thing and hope that you ate the one poison thing when they could poison everything?
Okay, so you're out in the woods
Yep. Well, I'm in a temple now, but
and you see 4 bushes of berries.
yeah.
And you see that one of them happens to be poison sumac,
Uh-huh.
but the other ones are fine berries.
Mm-hmm.
Would you eat the poison sumac because the other berries were not poisoned?
Well, no one eats poison sumac. You'd pick the leaves and make it into tea. Obviously.
All right. Just because one thing isn't poisoned doesn't mean they're all not poisoned.
I guess so. It just seems like bad math to chance that you only eat one thing, the one poison thing. I don't like wine. I like cheese and meals. See, so then if it was poison wine, I would be fine. And there would be a waste of poison.
I am not hungry.
I'll have your cheese.
I think Emmett at this point is eating some of the fruit.
I'm gonna look around the room a little bit. Probably looking at like some of these tapestries and stuff like that, trying to see if there's anything about the iconography that seems off to me or I don't know, anything out of place.
Yeah, do me an investigation.
Nope. Well, maybe.
Some of the tapestries look a little old and weathered. You've been to temples where they've had old tapestries and they tend to kind of do a lot of upkeep to keep them looking rich and nice and things like that. And these look a little faded, like they haven't been upkept as much. But that very well could just be because this isn't, one of the great temples of Waterdeep or something. It is kind of out in the country and things like that. So it really very well could mean nothing. But these are definitely older tapestries that have been allowed to fade, and some of the edges are kind of rough and things like that. Like they haven't been upkept as well as they could be.
Did they say when or if they would be back again?
They did not.
Are there like other doors out of this room that we're in?
So there's the front door, and then there is the small kind of wooden door to the side, kind of near the fireplace where you guys are sitting, that the guys kind of came in and out of a couple times.
Okay.
Well, do we wait or do we look for our employer?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Supposedly, they took him into a more sacred part of the temple. So either we be disrespectful or we wait here for a little bit more information.
It is possible that we do them some disrespect by entering further. It is also possible that they are doing some disrespect by being there. I do not know if these truly are agents of the Raven.
You're worried about their loyalty.
I do not know. I do not know enough about Raven Queen, this mistress of death. I do not trust them.
Well, their mistress is nothing to worry about. But beings' intentions sometimes don't match their deities.
True.
I try the door. Is it locked?
It is not.
I open it just a little bit and look inside.
You would see a long kind of dimly lit hallway with two doors off to the right, and then one door kind of off to the left. And then there is a locked metal gate on the far side of the hallway that seems to continue on into the temple. And then you hear from one of the doors on the right, though you're not sure which one, you hear a couple of voices kind of muttering to each other. It's kind of hard to hear exactly what they're saying. You can try and make a perception check if you want to like use your super cat ears to listen.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. You basically hear a conversation between a couple of them saying that they're kind of preparing to go check on the guests and see if they're enjoying the meal.
Is there like a hint of like some sort of dry, sadistic humor there? Like, let's see if they're enjoying their meal.
Are they twisting any mustaches in the process?
I'd love to have you for dinner.
Yes. Insight check.
Okay. Nope.
They just want to make sure you're enjoying your meal, man. What's so mean about that? Absolutely no mustache twisting of any kind.
Man, now I want to see Speedy cosplay as like Snidely Whiplash, with just like the
Oh,
full,
God.
the cowl and the top hat.
Foiled again.
When did this become like a cipher system? Sure. Let's do it.
Always. my life is cyber system.
All right, I'll quietly close the door and go and sit by the fire.
Okay. Yeah, and then within a minute, the door opens and three men clad in those same robes comes out. Two of them look fairly normal. The one in the middle, he has his arm kind of wrapped in like a sling, like he has like a broken arm or something like that. It's just very wrapped in like a bunch of cloth and kind of like tied across his torso. And they come in and kind of look at you for a moment, and then that man in the middle says, You have not eaten very much. Surely you're hungry. Is the meal to your liking?
Perfectly fine, but I lose my appetite in the storm.
Well, you should at least try the wine. It is a very nice blend from just nearby at one of our vineyards.
I had a sniff. It is not to my liking.
Sorry to hear that. What of the rest of you?
I also don't like wine. But I about finished off this cheese wheel, so pretty good.
It's pretty good.
You have like a pretty good. You guys have like a cider or like a juice? I'll take that.
The one of the guy like to the left of the middle guy turns and kind of looks at him and says, "I told you we should have poisoned the cheese too." And then they both draw morning stars, and the man in the middle rips off the cloth that is around his arm, revealing a really weird, like, long arm. Like, if you can imagine a human arm, but then where the wrist is, there's like another elbow that then extends out to a hand and wrist from there. And they turn very menacingly and twist their mustaches, and we're going to roll initiative. All right, let's roll that initiative.
Told you.
All I thought was that picture of the soccer player where like his arm's out and then his teammate's arm is out, but you can't tell because
It's just a super long arm.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's a 12 and an 8. All right, and then... Okay, so we have Speedy's character, who's going to have a 20. We have Isla with a whopping 3. We have you with an 18. Then with a 20. Okay. And between Emmett and Nine Lives, who has a higher dexterity modifier?
It would be,
My mod is 4, so
yeah. It actually shows it in the initiative. I don't know if you can see all the decimals.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, y'all have it on. Perfect. Yeah. Cool, so it's going to be 9 lives first then, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay, so our initiative order is going to be 9 lives, and then Emmett, and then it is going to be Mike. And what was your character's name, Mike?
Human.
Human?
Yeah, EUMAN.
Almost human.
Much like furbolgs.
Almost human. That's racist.
Well,
And then it is going to be our cultist with the long arm. Then it is going to be cultist number 2. Then it's going to be cultist number 1. And then it is going to be Illa at the end of our turn order. Okay, so 9 lives, you're sitting here at this table. These guys bust out their morning stars, twirl their mustaches a little bit. You got the guy in the middle with like the really long, creepy looking arm with some like sharp kind of claw at the end of it. What would you like to do?
I pull out my 2 scimitars. Bonus action to activate one of them with the Rite of the Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means I have to take a d6 of damage. So 4. And then going to use my 2 attacks to blink twice at the same guy. With actually both times with the same.
Okay. Which one are you you're attacking?
The one on the left.
Okay. That is going to be cultist number 1.
Or wait, so there are 3 cultists?
Yes, there's the guy in the middle with the long arm, and there's one to the right and one to the left that have morning stars.
I'll go for the long arm cultist actually.
Okay. Yeah, he's up in the middle, awkwardly twisting his mustache with an extra long arm.
Scimitar. I hope those both hit.
Damn.
Yeah, those are both gonna hit. So go ahead and roll some damage on that. Then some hits. That's 10 on the first, 5 on the second, and then your right damage as well.
Yep. So that would be 6.
Field there. Man, there's 6. No 1. There you go. There's that low roll. It's gotta be in there somewhere. So 22 damage to the dude with the long arm. That hits a serious blow. You come in and you just slice him twice, kind of like across his chest, and open up two kind of deep gashes that start kind of bleeding onto his robes, and he kind of snarls in rage at you. And then we're going to move on to Emmett's turn.
If he's undead, by the way, he takes more damage. I don't know if that matters.
He is not undead.
Considering I'm assuming we relaxed a little bit. At this point, Emmett's gonna cough. He's like, oh! And then legs are gonna come out of his mouth. These big spidery legs, and then tear back at his skin, and he's gonna become a giant spider.
Okay.
And then kind of jump over to one of the guards, and I'm gonna use my nat 20 on him.
Okay. It's
Ethan,
going to be cultist number 1.
Ethan, I have a very important question for you.
Yes.
Where does your skin go?
It's still on the ground.
Okay, cool. That's what I was hoping.
Please do not eat his skin.
Yeah, that would be bad. So
cheese in your pocket?
gosh, I always
It's a fold-out spider toy coming soon to the unMadeGaming
Right.
shop.
did that roll.
Yeah.
It did.
Okay, it didn't roll for damage though, so
If you click on the word bite, it'll roll it. For
there it
damage.
is,
There you
and
go.
it should deal extra damage as well.
Yeah, so actually I have a house rule that I like to use for natural 20s.
Mhm.
Whenever you deal critical damage, we take the first damage roll that you roll, and then the second roll is the max of the damage die of the attack.
Okay. Does
So-
that also crit this poison damage?
I don't think do you usually re-roll poison on that kind of thing? I think usually it's just the direct damage dice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it should be the 9, and then what? Let's see. So then it's going to be
A saving throw.
So it's going to be a 9 plus 8 plus 7 total damage.
Correct, and it needs to make a saving throw.
Yes. To resist the poison damage.
If it succeeds, it halves the poison damage. Yeah.
Okay. And what is it's a Constitution save?
Correct.
Okay, here we go. You're a cultist. Alright, that's a 6, so that's going to fail.
Okay.
So
So
he's
it
going to
takes
take 24.
24
Very cool. Very
spider
cool.
damage.
Ow. Yeah, so you turn into a nasty old spider. You kind of jump at this cultist and take a mean bite into his arm and inject some poison that starts burning. And he just like shrieks in pain and clutches at his arm. Human, the moose is here and he's causing trouble. What is he gonna do?
No. I don't like an angry moose. He walks over and he like slowly, like leisurely, like if you imagine Shaggy from Scooby Doo, just kind of like, and he pulls out his club. He's like, well, you know, we had a great dinner party. There was no poison cheese, and every time he like whacks his hand with the club, like vines and leaves grow off of it as he casts Shillelagh on the club. And then he walks over to the long-armed guy and he says, you know, I was having a great time, and you came and ruined it with all this talk of poison. And he wallops him on the head.
Okay, roll that up. That is a natural 20.
Does 2 nat 20s do it for you?
2 nat 20s we'll do it. Go ahead and
All
roll
right,
it.
perfect. He takes 14 points of damage. You
It's
know?
actually going to be 11 and additional 8. It's actually going to be 19 points of damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he whacked. You know, that wasn't very nice. I was having a great time with the cheese.
Oh, yeah, so you whack him real good, and he kind of like spits some blood and probably a little bit of teeth, and looks very, very upset about this. This is a great time to remind you that these nat 20 rolls go the other way, too.
That's true. Yeah, we did just get a massive raid in here. So real quick, guys, this is a charity stream we are doing for Extra Life. We do one every month. This is the third of 4 games in our 12-hour stream. And if you guys want to help us hit that goal, you can see it on the screen. Hit that donation button. Donate for Nat 1s, Nat 20s, advantage, disadvantage, NPCs, items, all kinds of cool stuff. And of course, all of it benefits the players and definitely not the DM at all, ever. Not the DM, for sure. Yeah, with that, go ahead, Jack, take it away.
No one's gonna give you guys nat ones for me to use on you. Why would they ever want a TPK?
Oh, wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, it is now this dude with the long arms turn. He is pretty pissed off. And he's gonna look over at Human. It's gonna say, "Man, I really should have poisoned the cheese." And he's gonna take a claw swing at you. That's a 13 to hit.
13 is a miss.
Okay, yeah.
Cheese is my favorite spot.
It swings like right over your head, and he misses. Then the cultist number 2 is going to go. He is going to run up and take a shot at the backseat blood hunter. 9 lives that is attacking him, swinging his morning star, and he is going to natural 1. So another thing I like to do is on natural 1s, we're going to roll a D100, and I use Xanathar's lost notes to everything else from the DM's Guild, and we have a critical. That is not the roll commit. Well, what am I doing? I'm having the wrong box. So we're going to use a critical fail table real quick. So he's going to roll a 57. And on a 57, so he comes to swing at you. And right as he does this, you very easily just see this clumsy like acolyte coming. And you kind of sidestep and stick your foot out. And he trips right over it and flies about 15 feet across the room, sliding into the wall, and is now prone against the wall on the far side of the room. So he's having a bad day. And then Cultist 1 is going to take his move. He is the one that was attacked by the giant spider. So he's going to try to smush the spider with a Morning Star. With a that is a 19 to hit.
And that is a hit.
Okay, so he's going to hit you for 11 piercing damage. On the giant spider. Okay, and then Isla, it is your move.
I guess she's gonna look at them and she's gonna aim carefully and shoot out a poison spray at Longarm.
Okay. Go for it. Let's poison spray this guy. And that is a DC 12 Constitution save coming from our long-armed dude here. He is going to succeed on that, so he's going to resist the poison damage of poison spray. Alrighty. And we're going to go back to the top of the order with 9 lives, who is currently engaged with the long-armed cultist. You're muted right now.
Thank you. I'm going to bonus action activate my other scimitar. So both of my scimitars are now glowing with radiant light.
Sweet.
And so that's another d6 of damage that I take. Roll 20 has just frozen on me. Hold on.
The classic roll 20 freeze.
But I realized it's a d6 and I have it because that's the thing right at the dawn lets me do. But I'm going to then swing at the same guy again.
Alrighty.
I guess swing once, see if he's still standing. As soon as this gosh dang roll 20 loads.
Get premium, it'll load faster.
I had it once upon a time.
Yes.
Typical Speedy. He's muted, roll 20 crashed. Sure.
Yeah.
Why is
Sure.
Speedy always a slow one?
Not so speed runs,
Yeah.
all right.
You're right.
Not so
right.
speed rolls.
So right at the dawn, hurt myself. All right. So that's 2 damage to me, and then scimitar does 10 hit.
10 is not gonna hit.
All right. Oh, didn't mean to roll that. 17.
17 will hit.
That's 5 slashing damage and 5 Right of the Dawn damage.
Okay. Yeah, you cut this dude again. He's bleeding pretty bad. He is still standing and looking like he's ready for a fight, but he is definitely feeling these attacks that have been laid into him several times between the slices from the swords and then the club into his head. Speaking of clubs into his head, it is our lovely Emmett's. No, I'm sorry. It's Emmett's turn, not Man, y'all got close names. All right, so Emmett, what would you like to do?
Emmett's gonna try to finish eating this guy.
Finish eating? You're eating him?
I'm biting him at least.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
There it goes. 22
That is gonna hit.
for 10 and 13. He needs to make that saving throw though.
Yes. Constitution save. That is not going to save. So yeah, that is going to hurt. So that is 23 minus 23 damage on him. So that is a big owie.
Okay, still up though.
Yes, he is still up.
Okay.
He's looking pretty hurt though.
I'm gonna menacingly at him.
Menacingly.
Just
I'm a nasty spider.
yeah.
Ooh. Alrighty. Human. Almost human. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep hitting that guy who hit me.
Yeah.
Better stay away from my cheese, that's for sure. 13.
That is gonna hit.
Alright. Suck on this. 8.
There's 8 bludgeoning damage to the face. Ow. That's insulting.
Yeah, I know.
Pah!
Tell me you should have poisoned my cheese, you should poison this. Whoop.
That is getting tired of you.
Does he make that sound effect?
He does.
Does he say whoop whoop?
Book. Every time he hits. Whoop.
Sweet. Yeah, so he's gonna swing right back at human again. And he's got a natural 1. My rolls are on fire today, guys.
Suck it. Next time I'll poison your cheese.
Let's see if his cheese gets poisoned. We're gonna roll. He's gonna roll an 8 on our critical failures table. Oh, yeah. So he is. Nothing's actually gonna happen to him because he would have dropped his weapon. Except you can't fumble your arm.
It's true.
Yeah. So
I mean, you can. It's just real bad news.
this is really bad news. Yeah. So his turn will immediately end, and we're gonna move on to the cultist number 2, who is still healthy and was swinging at the Blood Hunter 9 lives. So he's going to swing, and that is a natural 20. Here come those rolls back around to hit you again. So that is a 12 plus an additional 8. So that is going to be 20 damage with a Morning Star. As he just clocks you on the back of your little cat head. With a little bit of a crack sound.
You'll come to regret this.
Oh, hey, watch out there, buddy.
I'm sorry, you just reminded me of like a Khajiit, like Skyrim character that you hit. Never should have come here. Okay. Cultist number 1, he is going to get up. Oh no, let's see. Yeah, he's getting back up, and he is going to try and hit this friggin' spider that's all over him before he gets eaten. That is a 15 hit on the spider.
Correct.
All right, that is 9 piercing damage.
Still spider.
Still spider. Very good. Very good.
Oh, bleeding spider now. I'm bleeding spiders.
It's a green nasty blood.
No, I'm bleeding spiders.
Oh, you're literally bleeding little spiders. I was thinking you might be bleeding like your human skin, and then like once you bleed enough human skin, you become human again. It'd just be real nasty. Okay.
We'll see.
Ayla.
Going to see her teammates getting hurt and say a little prayer of healing, or not.
Well, that's a weird.
A weird error.
Thanks, Schultz.
I'm going to try it in a different place then. There we go.
There we go. Awesome. Yeah, so it's 6 points of healing and prayer of healing, and that's like to everyone, right?
Yeah.
Let's say area heal. Yeah. So everyone recovers 6 hit points. And she lifts out a little clerical prayer. Very cool. All right, back to the top of the order on round 3. We are going back to 9 Lives, who just got clocked really hard in the back of the head by cultist number 2, and you're also engaged with the long-armed guy who you've been slicing into.
I'm going to spin one scimitar around my hand and just kind of take a swipe along his the polearm guy's side.
Hey.
15 to hit.
That is going to do it. That's
And
10 plus your right damage. All right, there 13 on that long-armed guy. Yeah, he's looking pretty bloody. Pretty bloody. But
And-
he's still pissed.
Yeah, slash into him and then just like rear back that arm and take another slash, going to try and dig in to that same spot again.
Go for it. Cool, that's going to hit.
It's another 14 damage.
Another 14, very cool.
As my glowing scimitar digs into him. Is he dead yet?
He is not, but he's looking really pale and is like clutching at like the spots where he is bleeding and is looking really bad.
Bonus action,
Ooh.
dual wielding feat. I swing with my offhand now.
Tight.
With my other scimitar still dug into him, I just kind of bring it down into his shoulder. 24 to hit.
That hits.
9 slashing damage and 3 right.
So close, but no cigar. He is still standing. You're just slicing this dude up. It's nasty. And then we are back to Emmett, the nasty Spider-Man, who is
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay. Yeah, and you are fighting your same old cultist buddy, who is
Yeah.
not looking pretty good. Not looking too good either. He's looking pretty
Perfect. Perfect. That's right where I want him. 14?
hit.
10 and 3.
He's going to succeed on that save.
So he takes half.
yeah,
So he
he'll
takes
take-
1.
So he's going to take 11 damage. And he is also not dead, but looking really pale and really bad and really close.
Okay. I think narratively, can I have like him in my jaws at this point then?
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. I like cool things.
Ah,
I like cool things. Okay. And then we are on to Human, who has been cracking the dude with the long arm in the skull about the cheese.
You said there's a Kraken now. Yeah, I'm gonna keep bashing this guy in the head. Seems to be pretty effective.
It does.
Oh, not anymore. I've worn it out.
All right, roll me a 100-sided die.
D100. High numbers are better, right?
Yeah, totally.
The higher you go, the better. 89.
Okay, your attack misses very wildly and it's going to take you time to recover. You had a disadvantage on all of your attacks made before the end of your next turn. So
Oh,
next
that's a
turn you're going to have
shame.
disadvantage.
All right.
I'm going to make a little disadvantage note on my initiative tracker.
A little sad face.
A little sad face. I almost drew a sad face, actually. Then I think I should actually write a good note. How about that?
why
yeah,
is sad?
sad face. Okay, and then now our long-armed dude who is still kicking is going to take a swing at Human yet again. 15 to hit.
That one hits. Oh, it's
Alright, 9
about
slashing.
time.
Well, time I take some damage. That's exciting.
You're trying. He's trying real hard, that guy.
Okay, cultist number 2 is going to continue attacking 9 lives. Wow, man, what did you do to the dice today? It's all against you. That's another 18
Who's that to?
to 9 lives.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah. You got that 20 twice in a row.
Mhm.
All these crits, man. All these crits.
Just
Okay,
put in the 20 and roll 20.
there you go. And the 1. Okay, yeah, and then the final one is going to attack the spider again with a 10 to hit.
That is a miss.
Alrighty. Yeah, he tries to swing, but you're kind of like pinning his arm with your nasty spider fangs, and he cannot get an effective hit on you. And then it is going to be Isla, our cleric's turn.
She's going to see her little kitty friend not doing so well and whisper a little healing word to him.
It is appreciated.
For...
Yay, 3 points of
I
healing.
will take it.
Every point helps. Okay. Back to the top of our order with 9 lives, who just got nat 20 twice in a row by the guy he's ignoring.
I am completely ignoring that man. But the one in front of me is so close to death.
Yes, he is. Finish him.
I will take you to your god now.
Hit.
Is he dead?
Tell us how you kill the long-armed cultist.
As he's after he's like sort of struck him twice and given him these gashes all on the sides, this guy, I imagine, is like sort of leaning over with heavy breath at this point, and all that 9 lives does is take his scimitar and just go straight up under his neck and slit his throat so that it bleeds out in front of him. And without missing a beat, as he finishes that swipe with the scimitar, he turns to the guy next to him and continues that slash onto him.
Man, dual wielding bloodhunters are cool. That one is gonna miss though.
Okay, well, it's fine. Bonus action to swing again.
That one will hit. 15 damage, and that is to cultist number 2. That's the first time he's gotten hit in this fight. Okay, cool. And then we are going to move on to Emmett, who has the first cultist kind of pinned in his nasty spider mouth, and he's not looking too good.
Ooh, 13?
That is going to hit.
Okay. You don't have much armor. 9 and 11.
That is going to finish this guy. Tell us how you kill this dude with your nasty spiderness.
Does the physical damage kill him, or does the poison damage kill him?
The physical damage is already just enough, but then the poison is extra bonus dead.
Okay. I think the fangs get into like his throat and just like pull it out,
Sweet.
and he just drops to the ground and just kind of chitter and blink.
Oh, a cute spider. Okay, so that cultist is toast.
And then immediately twist around to the rest of the room.
Yeah, where there is one cultist remaining who's probably not too happy about the way things are going. And we are on to Human's turn. And just a reminder, you do have disadvantage on your attack rolls at the end of this turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was incredibly graphic. Hey, how you doing there, little kitty cat? And he's gonna pat. Speedy, what is your character's name again? Sorry. Oh, 9 lives. That's right. He's gonna pat 9 lives, and I'm gonna cast healing. Not healing word. Cure wounds on him. Ka-chow. Nope. Level. There we go. Level 1. Ka-chow. 10 hit points.
Normally, isn't the healer that says "God's bless you"? Like,
Yeah.
He says ka-chow.
This is just how he says thank you.
Just ka-chow.
How you
Ka-chow
doing?
is his prayer.
How you doing over there, buddy? Not looking so great. Ka-chow.
Worse.
You don't know what deity he follows.
Yeah.
The deity of party.
Party.
Okay, and it is now the second cultist's turn.
Owen Wilson is my deity. Wow.
Lightning McQueen is here.
Yeah. Wow.
No,
That
it's
cheese was
the
great.
Raving Queen.
Yeah. That was a good
Okay.
time.
All right, and then the last remaining cultist is going to realize the dire straits he's in. Is going to try and finish off the target he's been wailing on in hopes of at least doing some damage to you guys before he's taken out as well. So he's going to take another swing at 9 lives. What is with this cultist?
he's a very good cultist.
Very good. 17, Speedy.
I'm still up.
I want to re-roll him just to make sure he's not like bug. Okay, yeah, he rolled something else besides a 20, so don't look at me. I don't know what to tell you. Yep. So he clocks you yet again, yelling some crazy like things about you sucking and stuff like that. Classic villainy taunting, and just clocks you once again with his Morning Star, seeming to be very good at getting around your defenses and hitting you. And then we're gonna go on to Isla.
Seeing seeing Umin going and petting the cat, she herself cannot resist going pet the cat.
I
So
would
she
also...
also
demeaning, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
It's pretty soothing, honestly, right?
so she pets the cat and says, "It's gonna be okay, buddy." It gets
Aw.
him 7 points of healing.
You just want him to like curl up in your lap and eat cheese.
Okay, with that interesting note, we are back to 9 lives, who has been pet twice in the last 6 seconds, according to Dungeons and Dragons rules.
Yes.
It's the cat's greatest day. 2 people are petting me.
Yay!
All right, I'm going to scimitar this remaining cultist.
Alrighty. Well, there you go. You got revenge. Okay, so your max rolling is actually an 8, right? D8.
That's a D6.
So that's 16 plus an additional 5. That is 21 damage on that guy. That hurts. First smack on the first slice.
And swinging again.
Another hit. Another 16. Ouch.
Again.
15 hits. Yep, so 5 and 3, so that's another 8. Yeah, you put these 3 slices into him and just open him up, man. And he's looking really bloody and really bad. And that took him from feeling good to feeling bad in 1 turn. All right, human.
Before me, soon you will too.
Emmett? Or
And
okay,
Yeah.
you said human, so
Yeah, it should be Emmett.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Emmett. These,
I'm gonna spray some web at him and miss.
yes, I was gonna miss. Yes, you
Yeah.
shoot this web and it like flies across the room and gets stuck on like one of the fancy tapestries.
Yeah.
That's what I
It-
think of your tapestry. It's just
I
like
snap my fingers, and by that I mean my mandibles.
sweet. Human.
Oh, I'm gonna whack this guy in the head too. Come on!
You're really good at whacking people in the head.
Oh, it's a great place to whack him.
All right, so that was 11 plus an 8, so that's gonna be 19 points of damage.
Well, take that. Leave my cat friend alone. Well,
And he's looking really bad.
alright, well, I'll get you next time.
And he's gonna try one more time to pet the kitty. Which I mean hit it in the head.
I'm gonna not.
And there's your
The redemption.
the redemption of the dice has spoken with a 26 on our critical table. Yeah, he takes a swing at you, and you kind of bring your scimitar up, kind of realizing how he keeps getting around your defenses, and you catch him right in his hand and like break some of his fingers, and his weapon goes hurling out of his hand, kind of flying back across the room near the fireplace, where it slides and lands 15 feet away, and it actually slides and kind of slides into like the fireplace a little bit and gets caught into one of the logs, where it's going to actually have to be yanked out in order to remove the weapon.
Nice.
And he just kind of is clutching his like broken hand in pain.
It would do you best to stop fighting, friend.
All right, Ella.
Oh wait.
right?
Hmm?
Little me? Okay.
Sorry.
She finally decides to take out her warhammer and decides to just bludgeon this guy.
Okay. Tell us how you steal his kill.
She just moves her teammates carefully away, two-handedly grabs her axe, and just slams his head into the floor, bashing it bloodedly, leaving a mess on the floor, and just goes like, "That's how you do it."
Violence. Cool. Yeah, and that is the final cultist who falls to the ground, because you haven't figured out by this point these dudes are cultists. Yeah, so you take him out, and the room kind of goes silent as we are out of initiative, having completed our first combat.
Well, that was pretty graphic too. I told you they wouldn't poison just one thing.
They poisoned exactly one thing.
Oh,
The spider is going to step back into the shelled out body of Emmett and just kind of like work its way back in. Just
Ooh.
I think Human stands next to Emmett and he's like, you know, I know that like people and furbolgs are different, but you don't have to do that. You can just that looks gross and probably tastes bad.
really bad.
Yeah, I don't do that when I transform into different things.
I think he coughs out some spiders.
Oh, yuck.
Oh.
Oh,
Like a handful of them you got in there.
Get that.
Yuck. Alright, well, I just figured I'd let you know, as someone who does it all the time, you don't have to do that.
Not really an option here.
Maybe you can come to my glade and I'll teach you how to not be gross.
you really want spiders to infest your glade?
Well, maybe not. Well, we'll find out. But, we just killed like 3 dudes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
What are we gonna do about that?
Well, I think it's obvious. Our employer is not in safe hands.
Oh. Okay, so we gotta go find him?
Who's paying us money
Right.
to protect him?
Yes, protection part. I forgot about that. Okay, so we're gonna go find him?
Yes.
Ideally.
Okay, where is he?
I'm going to guess he's probably through that door.
Alright. And Human walks up and opens the door.
I'm gonna look through the cultist belongings for anything like a key, perhaps, in case there's anything locked up ahead, or anything that might indicate who they are.
That will probably be
do
fine.
Investigation. Okay, yeah. You have there are 2 morning stars that you find. It's not anything that you find on them that's strange. It's what you don't find. Their robes, are marked as worshippers of the Raven Queen, but searching through them, they don't have any kind of like, a lot of clerics will wear like a necklace with a symbol of their deity, a holy symbol, or they'll carry like a book with them of like teachings, and they have none of that kind of stuff on them of any kind. They just have these weapons and their robes. And that is very strange to you.
It is as I suspected. They are in no way worshippers of the Raven.
Well then, I guess you wouldn't mind me doing this then. And Ella's gonna walk over, take out her hammer, and try to bash off the long arm so that she can use it to whack people.
Okay. Yeah, you can like break his arm off and take it. And it's basically so why don't you roll investigation on this arm and see like what the deal is here.
I'm not exactly like up to speed on my human gods, but what one do you pray to?
I'm not a human, I'm a high elf.
Either way, you all kind of look the same after a while.
Yeah. Except I have big ears.
That's true, you do have big ears. Alright, that's fair. And he immediately forgets the original topic. All
Yeah,
right.
so yeah, you look at that arm and you can't tell much on it other than the fact that when you look at it, it basically looks like a human's arm down to the wrist, and then like they took like someone's elbow and like almost like sewed it on where the wrist was, and then continued the arm out to like another wrist and arm. So it's like a double jointed, extra long arm that was sewed together.
Can I do a
Double.
medicine check so then I can try to learn this technique?
You can try,
I could try.
and you won't succeed.
Yikes.
I do not think it is wise to delve into whatever strange practices they are engaging in.
I think we need to. I think we need to kick down that door and go find out what's going on.
Oh, yes, I just mean not to practice their strange arm elongation techniques.
Oh yeah, no, that's weird. That'd probably make doing a lot of things real tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was weird. They only did one arm.
Or you'd have to reach to put a sandwich in your mouth.
I'm thinking high fives would be bad.
What
Yeah.
if he
This would be great.
What
I
is the
could do
lack?
this
It's a
for
complete lack
longer.
of symmetry. Why was only one arm long? What a weird way to do that. Like, at least make two arms long.
Maybe he cut off his other arm to make this arm long.
No, he has two arms.
Does he have two arms?
Yes, he has two arms.
It'd kind of be cool if he, like, shrank one arm and made one arm longer. That'd be neat. But, anyway. Who were we looking for?
We didn't see this guy before, right? Like he wasn't in with the rest of the people who were greeting us.
No, these three were
That
none of the
way
ones
more
that originally
suspicious.
greeted. Yeah, none of these guys originally greeted you.
All right.
Well, I suppose we should go deeper. I would like to take a rest of some kind, but I do not know if we have time. I am still very injured.
You have a call for a short rest.
I can top you up a little bit, I guess, if you're feeling still like a sad kitty. Hold on. And he pets him again. Oh, there you go. That one was for me. And he's gonna heal you.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were actually just petting me for a second.
No, he was, just for a second, and then he heals you. 18.
Nice.
Cool. I know. 30 hit points.
That's better.
I'm glad I could help.
As long as you don't get sequentially nat 20 somewhere.
Yeah. For the record, I'm also. I'm still holding on to my scimitars so that they don't deactivate.
Yep.
You should try getting hit less.
I would very much like that indeed.
Alright, wait, give me a second. I'm gonna try something really quick. Hold on. And I'm gonna use Furbolg magic. Once per short rest, I can cast Detect Magic. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Let's see what's around.
Okay. What's kind of like the range on
I
that?
think it's 60 feet. If not, it's 30 feet, and it's blocked by like 1 foot of stone.
Okay.
So yeah, he's gonna stand in the door that he just opened and look down whatever is down that hallway.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you shoot out this detect magic, and what you get. So in this hallway, there's 2 doors off to the right, 1 door to the left, which is actually slightly ajar with kind of like a red flickering light behind it. And then there's that gate, and then behind that gate, you see like another door. When you shoot out your detect magic, you get a ping of some type of really dark magic in the second door to the right. And then at the far end of the hallway behind the gate through that door, you get a huge surge of a type of magic you've never felt before, but it feels really, really bad. Like really, really, really bad.
So I don't want to like alarm anybody, but that door over there has got some bad stuff going on in it, and that door over there is even worse bad stuff going on in it. So,
Which
I
one do we
mean,
open first?
I would like to open neither of them, but I mean,
Well, one is already open.
yeah, I guess you could go on that one, or open all the other doors and avoid those completely. That's what I would do. No, just me,
That's-
huh?
I assume that's where they're keeping the merchant, but that's just from,
Adventurer's logic.
I I will proceed forward sneakily and peer into the door that is ajar.
Okay, roll me stealth.
You got this.
Hmm.
You crunch on a couple sticks on the way there, which is weird because you're inside.
You don't got it anymore.
I have a +7.
Alrighty. Yeah, and then
Thanks for trying.
thanks for playing. Yeah, so examining the room, your attention is immediately brought to the chamber center, where a large brazier stands. The coals within are lit by a strange red fire, which lights the middle of the room with a dancing, bloody light. At the edge of the fire's illumination, 2 rows of 6 bunk beds can be seen. At the far end of the room, near the barred window, movement catches your attention. A burst of lightning shatters the darkness for an instant from that window, and you can see the moving shape for what it is, the body of a man hanging from a noose.
Do I know the man?
You do not.
Oh. I do not care. Next room.
The jump scare, right?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Um,
Just get a little stretch.
Yeah, so that's the door to the left, and then there's 2 doors to the right, and then there's the gate straight forward with the door behind it.
does it look like there are like some sort of ritual is performed here?
Roll a investigation on that.
Cool. Do I have advantage for information about undead?
I'll give it to you in this case. I'll give it to you. It's not maybe quite that, but it's definitely a Blood Hunter's territory. Good thing you have advantage, because that could have been worse. That's a really cool fire in the middle of the room. And it's creepy because the fire is red. Spooky.
I do not like this.
What do you see up there?
There is a man hanged over a red fire. Strange. Makes my fur tingle.
Like things are really heating up.
Oh,
It's not the time for jokes.
that was terrible.
There is a man dead. Did I not say that part first?
When'd you cut him down?
Kill 3 people.
When'd you get him down?
If I cut him down, he would fall in the fire.
Oh,
That seems like bad.
Oh, he's not actually hung over the fire. The fire's in the middle of the room, and then he's hanging by the window on the far side of the room.
Okay. Is there like a chair kicked over? Like he probably did this himself?
There is not.
Okay.
He did not do this himself.
you need help? Well, I can get him down.
Yes, let's do that.
All right.
I don't know if I'm be dead.
Human walks over to that room and walks in, and then just walks to the back wall. As he casts Spider Climb, you just see him walk to the back wall and then just start walking up the back wall, all casual. And then he walks up onto the ceiling, and he just begins to untie the noose from the ceiling.
That sounds really great, but first things
Oh.
first. Oh no.
Oh no.
Is Nine Lives falling behind him, or are you watching him going like an idiot?
I'm watching him going like an idiot.
Great.
That's fair.
Yeah, so you get about halfway across this room. And then things are gonna happen. So here we go. Here comes. Wow, that's a bad roll. Does a 12 hit? Probably not.
It does not.
Okay, suddenly you hear something from above you kind of like shriek and drop. And so you kind of quickly jump forward, and right where you were standing, something lands on the ground, followed quickly by a second thud. And you look, and these 2 cultists have dropped down from the ceiling. But what is disturbing about these cultists is that their faces are like really pale and featureless and kind of covered in blood. And then out of their backs, there are 4 what looks like additional vertebrae reaching out of their back and coming out. And at the end of each of those vertebrae, kind of like sewed and clamped on, is like a claw from some type of creature. that they are using to climb and move and attack like spiders.
I was gonna climb the wall too.
And we're gonna roll initiative against some spiders. Spider cultist.
I'm going last.
Me and a 16.
Are you going last because you're like, oh, that's weird.
Oh, that's kind of gross.
I was gonna do that too.
So,
Oh, Emmett, I didn't see you there.
What are you guys doing?
We're playing rock, paper, scissors up here. Don't worry about it.
you're not going last.
No, I say that now.
Yeah, I know. That's a 14. And what was it's a 20. Okay, so our order is going to be 9 Lives up first, followed by the first spider cultist, followed by the second spider cultist. Because my enemies always move in blocks. It's just the way they are. And then Emmett is next, and then Human, and then Isla will be last again because she's having amazing initiative rolls today. Okay, so these two nasty spider dudes drop from the ceiling and kind of shriek, having missed their surprise attack where they could have quickly tore up the poor unsuspecting buddy. So 9 Lives, you see them drop down to the room. What would you like to do?
I rush in and swing at one of them.
Okay, yeah, you're going to take a swing at the first one. And 18 is going to hit. All right, 8 and then 1. So it's going to be 9 damage on that one as you cut into him.
And then swinging at him again. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
And
that 20 does not hit.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Fine.
Okay, so that's going to be 11 plus your damage. So that is 16. Ow. Okay. Yeah, you lay into that dude real good and kind of tear him up. And you get the feeling that because of the form of these guys, they're a little more vulnerable, a little less protected, that they are much quicker. And so you cut into them and you see this one already like kind of grabbing at his wounds and looking pretty rough.
Yeah. Swinging at his strange extra appendages. I don't like them.
Yeah, they're nasty. Yeah, well, with that much damage, you cut one off. Ooh. Cool. And then it is that one's turn. So he's going to attack at you. And that's going to be a 10 to hit, which will miss, and a 22 to hit. That is going to hit, I'm sure. For 8 slashing.
On me?
Yes. Yeah, he's just going right back at you. Okay, and then the other one is going to attack Human, who is in the room with it. So here comes one attack. 11 is going to miss. 21 is going to hit.
Oh man.
For 6 slashing.
Oh.
Oh. All times 6.
Oh. I was just gonna come save that hanging guy. That's rude.
You might die while you're fighting.
I know.
Okay, and then Emmett, it is your move.
Emmett is actually going to kind of come into the room and lash out of their wrists some like webbing. And I'm going to cast Thorn Whip, but it's spidery.
Ooh, rescan.
And miss.
And miss.
Not great with webs, apparently. Much better at biting.
You should have practiced more web slinging, less biting. Not against
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
So it just kind of whips out. Doesn't quite hit, so he's going to keep swinging it around and probably use it again.
I like
Yep.
it.
You're the bad Spider-Man games, not the ones with the good web slinging.
Oh.
No, he's man spider.
Oh. Gross. Just the spider head though.
Alright, Human.
Uh,
Got a nasty spider on you.
Yeah, he's gonna probably wallop that guy, I think. Yeah, he's gonna. Well, that wasn't very nice. Whoop. And he's gonna hit him again, or hit him for this guy for the first time. Whoop.
Yeah, it's so much better when you imagine Human if like one of those like squeaky clubs that like clowns use.
Yeah.
Just bonk every time it hits.
9 damage as he whomps him on the head.
Very good, very good.
Take that.
You just smack him like a roll-up newspaper.
Rude. You
All right,
surprise a
Isla.
guy when he's trying to save the other guy's life? Messed up.
How much range does this arm have?
These guys, based on the length of it and like how they're kind of attacking, they do actually have reach on it, so up to 10 feet.
I'm gonna use the arm to hit them.
Okay, I am actually not the best expert on improvised weapons. How does that usually roll out?
Improvised weapons do 1 damage.
Now, is this an
No, it's
armed
more than that.
strike or an unarmed strike? I really don't know.
I would say it does the same damage as like an unarmed strike, which is like
So-
a 1d4.
So rules as written, unarmed strikes also do 1 damage.
They do 1 damage.
Yeah.
Most.
If you're a monk or...
I'm just trying to think of them.
Yeah, so improvised weapons do 1 damage unless you have the Tavern Brawler feat, which makes them do 1d4 damage, and same thing with unarmed strikes do 1 damage unless you're a monk, which then they do 1d4 damage.
Unless it's actually a club.
Right.
If it looks like a club,
It's like a floppy arm.
Dang.
Yeah,
But
it's just like an
also-
improvised weapon right now.
But
is
also
it a
it's D&D.
nunchuck?
Also, it's D&D. Do whatever you want.
Or one of those 3 linked both staff things.
Yeah, I'd say it just does like 1 damage at this point because it's just like a floppy limp arm. You're like swinging like a wet noodle.
It is too. It's not even like you don't have control of the muscles, so it's just like you try to whack the guy with it.
I mean, you can always cut your arm
Just
off and try and sew it on.
you
see
just
what happens.
spaghetti arm it.
See what happens. Just cut your arm off, sew it on, see what happens in the middle of combat.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's just gonna put away the arm then.
Oh.
Yeah. Cut your wrist off, sew it together, then you have 3 arm lengths.
Oh man. 15-foot range.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, she's gonna go in with her warhammer,
Okay.
one-handed.
Which one are you attacking? The one that Nine Lives tore up, or the one that is attacking Yuma? Human.
She's gonna go protect the kitty.
Go protect the kitty.
That's okay. I got this one.
Okay, 18 is going to hit for 2 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, as you kind of smack him a little bit, like where like the stub of the arm is that he cut off, and it cracks a little bit more of that bone on it. And then we are back to the kitty.
Right. I am going to continue swinging at this one. Scimitars swirling around me.
You're so creative. That is definitely a hit. Okay, first hit is going to be 13 damage. This dude is looking really bad. That's going to be a guaranteed kill, so tell us how you kill the first spider.
Oh, the 13 damage killed him? Or...
The second one that you rolled. The second attack. So that's a hit, and it's guaranteed enough damage. He's toast.
Yeah, the first swing just sort of lops off like 2 more of these arms, and then as it's just sort of flailing, like losing its balance from having like a disproportionate number of arms now only on the left side, he's leaning back and he just swings down on like the side of his neck.
Tight. Yeah, and it drops to the ground and kind of flails around a little bit, and then it stops moving.
And bonus action to swing at a different one.
That one's actually probably not quite in your range. It's probably about 10 feet away.
I can walk over there, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, you can. Well, I think if you move though, I don't think you can use your bonus action to.
you still
You have to
can.
use it during your turn. Huh? No,
What?
yeah, I guess you. Yeah, I guess you can. You're good.
It's just a bonus action to do an offhand
you-
attack. So
Yeah, you're
5th
right.
edition just lets you move whenever.
Yeah, 5th edition silly. Go for it. 19 to hit's gonna hit. 8. Alrighty. Okay.
Like, swipe upward.
I like how we have very serious cat blood ninja. And then 2 people with hammers just walking around smashing things.
Crunch.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
Man, it's so weird getting back into 5th edition rules. I've been doing so much like Pathfinder and stuff lately. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot how simple this is.
Yeah. Right.
Weird. Okay, and it is that spider's turn. He's gonna keep attacking human, which is its prey.
Oh man,
16 hit
that hits.
is 12 slashing.
Oh.
17 to hit for another 8, so that's 20 total slashing damage.
Oh. That's pretty uncalled for, man.
Alright, it is Emmett's turn with his spider whip.
I'm gonna try it again and try to pull it away from our friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Wow, I am not great with this. I rolled an 8 again.
It's the thought that counts.
So,
I think it's like, you know when you swing around like a sticky hand and it hits something,
Yes.
but then it just immediately peels off?
Yeah.
It does that.
It does nothing. It's like
I mean, you're trying to web a
inconvenient.
spider, dude.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's immune to webs.
Nasty. Okay, and human, you just got double clawed.
I did get double clawed, and I didn't like it at all. Yeah. Human looks around and says, "Yeah, guys, I'm about done with that one. You got this one." And he literally just flops down, like as if to lay down, and I meld with stone and just sink into the floor. You guys got
Okay.
it.
Down into the floor.
And he just it falls into the floor.
Taking a literal dirt nap.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is hilarious.
And the floor says, "No, I'm safe."
Cool. Alright, so he's taking a dirt nap, and Ella, you are up.
Well, she's gonna go walk up to the other spider, take her warhammer into two hands now. Go at it.
Go at it. 21 hits. That is 4 bludgeoning damage. Okay. And you crunch him a second time, and it kind of yelps in a bit of pain. And this one's looking pretty beat. He's still got a little ways to go, but he's hurting. Just in time for our ninja's turn. Ninja cat. Alrighty, it is 9 lives move.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to keep swinging. This is all I can do.
All about that blood hunter. Tear it up.
Oop.
Nope. Nope. There you go.
All right, my third offhand one. I swing. I slash. I dawn.
All right, that's 14 damage. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, that one's looking pretty rough. And it is its turn. Seeing human has slipped away, it is going to turn on Isla, and it's going to swing at her a little bit here. And it got a nat 1. Man, that is my third nat 1 of the day? Busting out those lost notes with a 14. One of his arms falls off. It's very inconvenient. And he's not going to get his second attack this turn, because that arm fell off. So it's Emmett's turn. Third time's the charm.
I'm actually just gonna run up and try to primal savagery it.
Alrighty. 16 is going to hit.
4 acid damage because I rolled real bad.
He is nearly toast.
Okay. So yeah, his arm turns into like a big spider arm and just slashes with acid.
Mm-hmm. Alright, what is our Earthbender doing this turn?
Laying down as a free action. Yeah, so that's the downside of melding the stone is I have no concept of the passage of time, and I can't hear or see anything. So I'm just laying here and being like, that's it. He spends his turn laying in stone, hoping that his friends have it, everything under control.
Nice. And Isla.
And she's gonna take another whack at it.
Nope. So you almost stole the kill again.
Almost.
Alright, 9 lives. Finish this spider off.
Will do.
13 is not. That does. Straight up. And he is toast. Tell us how you kill this spider.
Sweet. I take my scimitar and I kind of jam it into like the joint in between two of these strange arms. And as my blade glows with radiant energy, it just sort of burns him from the inside.
And he is some cooked, nasty cultist spider dude.
Yeah.
And he is toast. And we are out of initiative, and you guys are in this room with the flickering red light in the middle and the man hanging by the window.
I think Emmett's gonna go to the stone where you and Human disappeared and go, it's safe.
All right. And then you just see him like slowly rise up to boop, and now he's laying on the ground. That was a close one, guys. That one almost
Yeah.
got me.
Gotta be
Yeah.
more careful.
I know. Who would have expected a giant spider to fall from the ceiling?
Gonna give you like a hand to help you up.
Thanks, man. I appreciate all your spider business you were doing. That was pretty neat.
It didn't work out.
I know. Alright, I'm gonna go save that guy now. And he walks towards the wall, and then Spider walks up the wall, back to the ceiling. And proceeds to untie the guy who's hanging there, to save him.
Sweet. Yeah, the body drops to the ground with a thud, and believe it or not, there is no way to save this guy because he is very long since dead.
Oh. Well, I tried. And then he walks down the other side.
You should check if he has anything on him.
He's on the ground now. I'll look. And he slowly walks back down and goes to look at this guy's pockets.
Yeah, you can dig through his pockets. No investigation really necessary at this
Oh,
point.
right.
And you are able to find a silver key.
Oh, he's got a key in his pocket. Wonder what that's for.
Something we will find later, no doubt. If my experience with adventure games is any indicator.
Hmm.
Imagine if they hid the key on the other side of the door just once.
Yeah.
With no way to progress, it'd be over.
Yep.
Is there anything like bad about this fire, or is it just a weird red color?
It's just a very weird red color. If you want, you could do a nature check actually on it to see why.
Nature check. 18 nature.
Okay, they're burning a very specific kind of wood in here that makes this kind of low red light.
Okay.
You would recognize that these guys who've been kind of turned into spiders, with like the way their faces are and stuff, you think that they've actually been given like dark vision and such as well, to the point where they're probably light sensitive. And so they
Got it.
have like a deep red fire so they can see, and other people could come in here and see them, but it wouldn't hurt their eyes.
Got it. Okay. So it's not dangerous.
I mean, you can touch it and find out how dangerous it is.
No, it's just kind of spooky.
No more dangerous.
Okay.
It's
Fire.
spooky. Spooky red
It's spooky light. Okay.
atmosphere.
Is there ventilation in here?
Yeah.
The
like
window's
a-
open.
No,
Also,
there's probably like some little vents and stuff they have like in the various rooms to let like air
Okay.
and nasty like smells wave out somewhere.
well, one room down.
I still say we find the spookiest room.
Well, the spookiest room is the one over there that has the super dark evil stuff coming out of it. This was just like casual evil. That one's like mega evil.
Why don't we check
Let's
out-
go to the rooms that are not spooky, yes?
I agree. A lot of my blood that goes on the inside's been on the outside, and not a big fan of that. Just saying.
Why don't we check what this key goes to? If
Oh.
it's that fence down there.
Alright.
Yeah, so,
Carry on.
so you have the two doors on the right. Door one being not spooky, according to magic detection. Door two being casual spooky, and then door three being like extreme spooky.
Yeah, let's go to this one. And he points to the non-spooky door. Just like, maybe they put the guy in there. What was his name? Gregor?
Yeah, Gregor.
That's what I said. Maybe he's in there. And he's gonna casually walk over there and open the door.
The door is locked.
Door is locked. This is kind of
We have
like,
a key.
oh wait, I have the key. And he puts the key in the door and turns it.
Wow, how linear the door opens.
Hey, I found it. This wasn't a spooky key at all. And he just slowly opens the door.
Before you looms a dark office. Only the light from the hallway and the occasional lightning from beyond the barred window illuminates the room.
Oh,
At the room's center is a large wooden desk with papers scattered across its surface without any visible care. Beyond the desk lies a tall chair covered by soft fabric, which is actually laying on the ground instead of standing like it should. A tall silver candelabra stands in the corner of the room near the door. The candles within long melted away and splattered upon the wooden floor.
Nope, he's not in here. And he starts to close the door.
Wait,
What?
there may be information in here.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of papers.
I would like to know what we are fighting, if there is anything to be learned.
Okay. I want to sit.
Good idea.
All right. And he walks over to the giant chair and sits in the high back chair.
Yeah, you like pick it up and you're gonna take a seat and roll me a perception check as you do that.
Sure.
Roll me a Constitution save real quick.
Dexterity saving throw. No,
Nat one.
Yeah, you sit in the chair and promptly just like fall asleep and see nothing.
Yeah. And he has an adorable Muppet snore.
I'll look around the room for.
Yeah.
I'll look through any of the
It's on his
papers,
nose.
recent or interesting, or related to anything we've seen tonight.
Okay, yeah. In the papers, make me 2 rolls. First a perception, then an investigation.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, they just a bunch of papers, and then go and roll that investigation.
Do I get advantage because undead fiend stuff?
Nope.
Nope.
It takes you a while. You do find one paper of interest in here. All the rest you can't really make heads or tails of. You do find one that appears to be like a kind of hastily written kind of note up in here. And I will read to you what this note says. I'm assuming you can read common, right? You know what to read?
Correct.
Okay. I do not trust this man who calls himself Desmond. He claims to be a member of our holy order, serving the Raven Queen in all her greatness, and yet I do not believe him. He also claims to carry a divine artifact created in the realm of death itself. What this artifact is, I cannot say, but I suspect it is something evil. There is something else strange. I found Brother Nathan near the stables today, naked and shaking violently. His body was hot as if he had a fever, and he kept muttering a single word as though it represented something he was fighting not to forget. He kept uttering the word Minnie. And it's M-A-N-Y, not M-I-N-I. I will write a letter and have it sent to our sister temple in Waterdeep. Perhaps Father Donovar will be able to make something of this. In the meantime, I shall keep an eye on Desmond. He spends far too much time with the brothers and sisters, and it makes me nervous. And it's signed at the bottom, Father Harold.
It seems that there was a power struggle of sorts. This Desmond came and took over. It was once a sacred place. Many. What could that mean?
Human, wake up.
What?
Slap him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Story time's over.
This was a good chair. What did you find? Anything important?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so. Told you, just a room with papers in it. And he stands up and starts to walk towards the door. All right. Well,
What's that Isla doing during all this?
She's going to check through the papers herself.
Okay, roll me an investigation.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, that note is the most interesting thing in here as well that you're able to find. The rest of it consists of a lot of ledgers and things like that. One thing very interesting that you do find is a kind of like it doesn't have like specific names or anything, but it's kind of a list of like recruitment and like how many people are coming to the services and different things like that. And you can see that this place used to be surprisingly active for a worshiping place of the Raven Queen, and recently had dropped off. So there's no dates recorded of like the last couple weeks. But prior to that, their attendance had really dropped off, as though people didn't want to come anymore.
Either people stopped wanting to come, or there weren't enough people to start coming.
Yes. The number of people who have disappeared is many. It all connects.
The numbers, what do they mean?
Alrighty. So we're all ready to go?
Spooky time?
Oh, I guess so.
Casual spooky?
I guess so.
Yeah. Before we open the door, I would like to listen at it.
Okay, roll perception.
Nope.
You hear nothing inside.
Wow! You've not been doing good with those.
For a cat, you're really not perceptive.
Nope. I sneakily open the door.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand to open the door soundlessly. And I like you're slowly working in on the hand. Nice. Yeah, you open the door super mega quietly. And here's what you see. Darkness hangs over this room like a thick blanket, shrouding the writing stands and bookshelves in mystery. This room seemed to have once been a place from which scribes could perform their work of copying texts into new books. Now, however, the room seems abandoned. The inkwell is spilt upon the red carpet in dark blotches. So there's bookshelves and writing stands, things like that you can check out.
Doesn't look like there's anyone in there though.
Roll me your perception. I should have the door open. And you have dark vision?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
You should just go in. That's what I do.
Yeah, you look around, double check the ceiling, and it appears to be clear.
Yumin, would you like to go first again?
No, I'm still in a lot of pain.
I got it. And then we'll head in.
Thanks, man.
Shield up.
Yeah, so you have some bookshelves. You have like the writing stands where the scribes would sit and pin things, and there's a lot of papers stacked on those, presumably from their work. And then some of the papers have been knocked onto the floor and scattered as well.
Is there anything interesting in here? Like, you mentioned there's bookshelves and papers, and blah, blah, blah. Is there anything like overtly interesting?
No.
Okay.
Weird.
I thought you said there's something evil in here.
I did say there's something evil in there. I can see with my magic eyes. If we wait like an hour, I can do it again. Want to wait like an hour?
We could wait like an hour.
I mean, alternatively, I can do it again right now. It's just inconvenient.
I'll
Okay,
start.
fine, I'll
I'll
do it.
start rustling through some of those papers on the floor, looking for anything interesting,
Okay, yeah, roll me an investigation check.
and any of the books that are on like the shelf where they clearly came off of.
Okay, yeah, let's see, roll me an investigation. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is good enough. So the pages that you picked up are covered by a madness that takes you a moment to comprehend, what you're looking at. Written across the page in a frantic handwriting, crammed over and over into every empty space that the page can offer, is a repeating chorus of the same hypnotic word, many. Quickly examining the other pages scattered around you, it strikes you with horror that every page holds the same simple word, many. And yet, there seems to be something else there, just beneath the surface of the page. Must be something else here. You can feel it. If only you can find it. So you kind of sift through, you start holding the papers up. And this is when you do your investigation. You start kind of comparing the pages. And you begin to notice strange marks on the pages. Lines that shouldn't be there, marks that don't match the rest of the page. With a strike of inspiration and perhaps a bit of fear, you begin to arrange the pages across the floor of the study, running to the other stacks of papers in the room each time you run out of pieces. Because that's what you realize that these pages are. They're pieces of something. The pieces of what, you ask yourself as your mind whirls. The pages come together easier than you expected, almost as if you knew where each of the places that they belonged all along. But that's impossible. There's no way you could know where these pages go. And yet, after only a few minutes, hundreds of sheets bearing the same terrible word, many, lay in a perfect form across the floor. And as the terrible creation stares back at you with its eyes of ink, you suddenly realize that you know the face that these pages make. Staring back at you through the maddening scribbles of the stirred minds, out of the cold white of the pages which contrasts against the crimson carpet beneath them, is a face, your face. The cold, dead, inky eyes that stare back at you, complementing a silent, horrified scream, belong to you. And so you're looking down at these papers which you have pieced together like a puzzle, and your face, in a scream of terror, is just looking at you.
Hey, 9 lives. You doing okay over there?
I have seen death. But death,
We've all seen death.
it seems it has come back for me.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. Come along. You'll be fine.
Has anyone else looked at the pages?
You're muted, Mike.
I am muted. And the time it takes him to do this, Human was quiet, uncannily quiet the entire time. And in this moment of like sincere silence and deep inward thought, you just hear, "Oh, I'm done." And he stands up, and you see that around him is a ritual circle, and his eyes glow like cats do when you shine a light in their face. And I've done a ritual for detect magic.
Awesome. Yeah, the pages that are now all arranged in the middle of the room begin to emanate with a very powerful kind of dark magic of like divination magic.
Oh, you found it! All
Yeah, and
those
then also you
papers
feel
are the
that-
bad stuff.
And then you feel the mega evil in the other room also.
All the papers are the bad stuff. Great job, 9lives. You did it yourself. You didn't even need my help. I'm so proud of you. What does it say?
Have a look.
All right. And he muppets his way up there and looks at the papers with his magic eyes.
Yeah, and when Human looks at them, you recognize it to be like divination kind of magic, maybe some conjuration kind of thrown in there as well. And they're actually depicting his face back at him when he looks at it, rather than 9lives' face, but it's now making Human's face when he looks at him.
Oh, that's my face on the pictures there. And that's definitely magic spell work. Not my kind of spells, but I think it summons something. Probably like a demon, if I had to guess.
Why would this be? Why would they do this?
Well, they're a cult, right? That's what we figured out. They're bad guys. With stretchy
But why
arms,
papers?
spider heads.
Make your face.
Oh. Maybe it summons a demon version of you.
I think at the mention of demon, Emmett's actually kicked one of the papers out of place.
Yeah, you just like taking all the pieces, by the way.
I'm taking my my claws and just scratching
Wait,
all of
guys, I have an idea. Let's just put everything in a pile. Watch, ready, look. And he's gonna push all of these papers into a pile, and then, and he does a druid craft and lights it on fire.
Yeah, and the pages burn. and go away.
See? It's as simple as that. You just gotta burn away the evil.
Okay, and I need Human and 9lives to both make wisdom saving throws with advantage.
All right. 2
Oh.
nat 20s.
Again?
Yo. You are both able, because of your understanding of the magic and such, and your just strength in general of your mind, you are both able to resist the terror and don't have to take a temporary insanity.
See? Nothing even to worry about. And you were like a paranoid, scared kitty. And he pets your head again.
I do not fear death.
And you looked like you were a little afraid. That's okay, though. Everybody fears something. I hate bees. Also, I'm not super keen on that next door. Just saying.
Oh, speaking of which, as you burn those pages, and like the last one kind of burns out in the fire, goes out in the room, kind of throwing the room back into darkness again. Sitting where the pages once were is a golden key.
Yeah, that's probably for the last room, which has the super mega evil in it.
Well,
How did they get into that room without burning all the pages to get the key?
You know, I've asked myself questions like that before, and I don't know.
All right.
Don't want to roll an intelligence check on that?
Sure.
They probably just lockpicked their way in.
You know,
Oh,
Human
well.
has this incredible revelation. Emmett
I was-
doesn't. 'Cause- so
I asked the question.
so,
And it becomes human.
Human has this amazing revelation, the likes of which the world has never seen, where he realizes that a locksmith can make more than one of the same key to fit a lock.
It's true. Maybe there's 2 keys.
Novel idea.
One was in this magical pile, and the other one is on a regular guy.
Emmett's gonna pick up the key out of the ash.
Now 2 are on regular guys.
Yeah, let's pick up the key and make a Constitution saving. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
You die immediately. Oh no.
You just die.
Make a death saving throw. Shit.
It's full of demons.
What? The key is full of demons.
It is the demon.
That's awesome. All right, so look, I'm still a lot of pain having in like this general area. So someone else open that door.
Grab the key.
I advise you just walk right in.
I guess we're going to the big scary door. Big old key unlock.
Although
Yeah.
I do warn you that it is super mega evil.
Yeah, so the gate is locked by a golden padlock, and you fit the key in, and it clicks, and the padlock comes up, and you're able to pull the gate open. Step in, and then try the wooden door, and that door is unlocked. And so you open it, and you see a large, dark room. Who doesn't have dark vision?
I think we're good.
I think.
Yeah, because we have an elf. Yeah, I want to make it man classic 5th edition. Everyone's got dark vision. Really
Who
human.
needs light?
Who
Actually, you know
needs
what?
human?
I don't. Apparently, furbolgs don't have dark vision.
I guess that
Okay.
makes sense here.
You're mostly human.
Yep.
And so you're going to have trouble seeing in here without a light source. The rest of you see a very large, dark room where it's just like a big stone chamber, and there's like another kind of door on the far side of the room. And off to the left, you see a dark figure that is kind of curled up and kind of laying back against the stone wall. And it's just kind of rocking back and forth a little bit. And as your eyes adjust into their dark vision and look into this room, you see your employer, Gregor, who is like his head is like very matted in blood, and he's just kind of rocking back and forth and sitting against this wall.
I remember that guy.
No, you can't see him. You need a light source first.
I don't know what I just said.
I hope you remembered who we are. Right here.
Oh, you're fine.
So, knowing that this room contains big evil, Illa is going to cast not that, apparently.
Broken macros.
Brought to you by Roll20.
Spirit Guardians in Fey-like glowy magic, so that her little teammate could also see, as well as she's protected.
Yeah, so what are the Guardians, what do they give you?
They give me, obviously, light. Creatures. When a creature enters the area, basically anyone that is outside of her party, they are half speed and they have to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it's 3d8 radiant damage.
And what's the other radius of it?
15 feet
Okay, so where are you positioning this?
around herself and her party.
Okay. Are you able to move it, or it's like stationary?
It's just on self, basically.
Okay.
It moves with her.
So it just moves
Perfect.
her.
Perfect. I haven't played enough clerics. I need to play some more clerics.
If,
Cleric's
if
real good.
here, I'm gonna activate one of my blades. Yes.
Sweet.
I take 1 damage.
Very cool. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, this guardian egg produces light, so human is able to now see in the room because of the light that is glowing around our cleric. Yeah, so, okay, I do need you to specify who is in that list of people who are not harmed by it. I'm assuming your party members. Are you going to put Gregor in that as well, or are you going to stay away from him?
He's gonna stay away from her.
Screw that guy. Okay.
I think Emmett's moving forward
Okay, yeah, so where is Emmett going?
towards their employer.
Okay.
Is it-
Yeah, so
Hey.
you walk up to him.
You okay?
He does not respond to you.
I do the bad horror movie trope where put hand on shoulder. Just try to
Right.
spin him around.
That's my favorite, by the way. Yeah. Cool. I need to grab something real quick. All right. So, you put your hand on his shoulder, and as soon as you touch him, you realize his body is very cold, like very like deathly cold, even though he is moving. And then before you have time to like react or try and think much of this, suddenly something very, very, very disturbing happens. His mouth opens up like a seam, very similar to what you did as a spider, except it goes all the way back to basically where his spine is. And almost like a weird machine, his jaw pops up several feet into the air, revealing these sharp teeth, and they're going to come slicing right down at you in this crazy, monstrous bite.
So he's a Pez dispenser.
He is a Pez dispenser. That is exactly what he is. He's going to Pez dispense you, and he has advantage because, surprise, surprise. And that's going to be a 26 to hit, I'm assuming that's
Yep,
going.
that's a hit.
Monstrosity. That's a rude way to refer to Gregor.
The monstrosity. Like,
Yeah, the only one.
Why did it not roll the damage? Oh, wait, no.
You have to click on attack.
Now
Yeah.
who's gonna pay us?
I'm silly. Okay, so you're going to take 15 piercing,
All right.
and I need a DC 15 strength saving throw, or you're going to become grappled in his mouth.
That's great.
That's exciting.
I save.
Yeah, you get bit real good, and then you are able to pull yourself out of his jaw as he kind of rises up, and then his hands are revealed and now have these two claws kind of put on it as well. And this just kind of hungry look is now over his face, and we're going to roll initiative for a big boss fight time.
Yeah.
Boss fight, he rolled a 13, and that's a 12 from human.
Yay!
Ooh, 15 here as well.
You're higher than me.
For 9, nice. 15. Wow, you're not last this time, Nikki. I'm proud of you.
I know.
And then Emmett is a 15. So between Isla and Emmett, who has a higher dex modifier? Emmett?
I do.
Okay, so you're going to be first. Okay, so our initiative order is going to be Emmett, then Isla, then our monstrosity Gregor machine, and then we're going to have human, and then 9 Lives is going to be last. So, Emmett, you almost got wrecked just now.
Yeah.
I'm taking 15 piercing damage and almost getting grappled. What would you like to do?
Are there windows in this room?
No, this is a solid stone room with nothing in it. The room is about 30 by 30.
Is he wearing metal?
He is not. He is wearing his same merchant clothes that he came in with.
Okay.
They might have like a belt buckle at the most, but not really. Like he's not wearing armor or something.
Okay. Action. I'm gonna cast Flamey Sphere. Which gets an immediate attack, but I don't think 12 hits.
12 is not going to hit.
Okay, so I position it behind him, and basically, I'm gonna say it's a giant flaming spider because why not?
That's cool.
And is trying to get at him. And then I'm gonna also turn into a spider as a bonus action because of wild shape.
Tight.
So I am now giant spider because he actually took away half my hit points with that one attack. And I'd
Okay.
like that not to happen again.
So this is like that nasty like spider inside out thing again, right?
Oh yeah, no. So he gets cut, and I think from the wound he
Ooh.
comes out.
Nice.
Gross.
GG.
Yuck.
Explode into spider.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Everyone make a gross saving throw.
Everyone roll a sanity check real quick.
That's pretty gross. Okay. Yeah, so you're now a freaking spider. And you have a flaming spider sphere thing.
Double spider.
Tight. Isla, what would you like to do?
Amongst the spiders, he turns to Uman and goes like, "Hey, buddy, you should bonk him on the head," while patting his back.
And that's for a human, you said?
Yes.
Yep,
Dope.
so human restores 8 hit points.
Sweet.
Yay, healers. Tightness.
I think I might
Okay.
bonk him on the head.
That's a good idea. Okay, well, since Emmett is still by himself in the front right now, let's try and eat some spider. 11 to hit on the spider.
Nope.
Nice. Yeah, he snaps his jaws at you a second time and misses, and then he suddenly his right arm pops like out of his body, and like these bones like extend out, and his arm becomes like longer than it should be, and like these claws kind of grow out of it, and he's gonna swing a claw attack at you as well for 16 to hit, which I'm assuming
That does hit.
12 slashing damage.
All right.
All right, and it is now Human's turn, so he can go bonk something on the head.
Human actually doesn't bonk anyone on the head. He falls forward as opposed to backwards like last time onto all fours, and he begins walking on all fours far too early as he slowly shifts into a wolf and says, he's looking, see, you don't have to be gross about it. And then you just see like his clothes just become bristling fur, and he walks, all right, I'm just gonna bite him. And then his face is the last thing. It just elongates and becomes a red-nosed wolf as he walks over there casually with his tail up and like wagging like a dog. And he's going to bite with advantage because pack tactics.
Yeah.
14 to hit?
14 does not hit.
Well, suck it. You just hear, moo. Yeah, that's it for him.
All right, and then 9 lives.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna take a few swings at this dude.
Okay, most creative blood hunter on the planet. Let's do this. You should multi-class into warlock, then we'll never know what you're gonna do.
Is this guy considered undead by chance?
He is not undead. He's a monstrosity, if that helps. I don't know if you have anything for that.
No, I don't. If he's got some whatever to radiant damage, that'd be sweet. Scimitar's not gonna hit though, is it?
Nope, that is not gonna hit. That is not gonna hit.
I'm gonna not use my offhand. I'm gonna use a bonus action to activate the other.
Okay, you're gonna light it on fire?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, yeah. So,
I take 2 damage.
Voltron Blazing Sword.
Yeah, so both of them are now activated.
Yep, very good. In it! Spider-Man.
First things first, Flaming Spider's going to leap at him.
Okay.
19.
It's gonna hit.
For 8.
Okay.
And then Spider Bite. Biting back. Or
Oh.
not.
Roll that 1d100, bro.
I don't like fumbles.
I don't want to
I don't want to fumble.
I don't want to fumble the weapon I can't fumble because I don't have one.
These are taking real.
Ooh, 8. Hey, guess what? You fumble your weapon, which you don't have one, so you're good.
Perfect.
I
drew a
already
little
have you
bit.
rolling that.
Drop your key.
I drew some spiders.
One of your spider fangs like falls out. Oh.
Oh.
You need spider dentures.
Isla.
She deciding that she should probably start healing her friends again. She does another prayer of healing. Nope. I don't know why I keep staying on this part. If that keeps happening.
That's weird, especially you had him straight from the compendium.
Yeah, I did. And here we go.
Yeah, it's a weird cleric glitch.
So
Is it a clerical issue?
Hey.
Yeah, that campaign's canceled.
You're fired. Get off the
The
channel.
whole campaign.
I guess I'm leaving everybody.
Yep, so everyone gets 10 points of healing.
Sweet.
Cool.
Alrighty. It is our monstrosity's turn.
Is he within 15 feet of that radius, by the way?
I feel like since she hasn't moved from the doorway, not yet. If she comes into the room, he will be.
can I walk into the room?
Sure. I'll let you walk closer. You're
Alright.
within 15 feet of him.
Alrighty.
Okay, yep. So he is now in that radius. So he moves half speed and he takes some damage, right?
He has to make a wisdom saving throw
Okay.
of 16, and he gets 3d8.
He's bad at wisdom. Yeah, he's bad at wisdom. Okay, so go ahead and roll me that 3d8 damage.
12.
Alright, 12 damage. Very cool. Okay, yeah, so he gets kind of burned by this this like bright light in the room. And then let me see. Yeah, and I feel like being a creature of the darkness, seeing this bright light emanating from somebody, he is actually going to run at her, which is going to give our spider and our wolf an attack of... Oh, no, actually all three of y'all get one attack of opportunity against him, as he's going to charge right after the bright light cleric.
Ah. Hate this.
Fantastic. Glad I rolled that attack of opportunity.
Wait,
Well,
Do you have advantage for flanking or anything?
No. I won't make you roll the table, though. You just miss.
Okay.
I would like to use attacks of opportunity against people because I feel like here's like a hand. No, like that's just mean. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so it is coming right at Isla. Here we go.
Was that no hits?
Yeah, there was no hits in there.
Okay.
19 to hit on Isla. I'm assuming is going to hit.
Yep.
She's going to take 17 piercing, and I need a DC 15 strength saving throw, or you're going to become crippled.
I was gonna say she's down, so she's already.
Oh, she's unconscious.
You're down?
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right.
You don't want to
I'm
know.
going to use Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet.
oh god.
That was an elaborate name.
Do you have to say that when you use it?
What?
Are you
I
like,
can do
you
whatever I
have to
want.
say that? Did you get like JRPG
actually,
say
you
your
know
spell?
what?
Before you cast it, I do want to make a note that she is grappled in his mouth still. He's holding her unconscious body.
I actually can't because I just used a reaction to
Ah,
take a swing at him.
you did.
That would have been really cool though. Someone else dies so I can use that.
Okay, so right now our cleric is unconscious in the monster's body. There is no one in range for him to claw, so he doesn't get his other attack. So human, yeah, this thing just ran across the room and like is like holding your unconscious cleric in its mouth. By the way, your light just went out, but you're a wolf, and I think they have dark vision.
I do.
Yeah, don't lose that wolf form right now.
Yeah, I know, huh? That'd be terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna bite this guy.
Okay,
There was a flaming spider.
there is a flaming spider. You're right. That's making light too.
16.
16 hits.
Cool. Make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
You succeed, but you still
yay.
take 9 damage
Okay.
as I chomp down on your pezzy body.
Ooh. Does it taste like Pez?
I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. 9 lives.
I am going to rush forward and swing.
All right. First one's a hit. Second one is a miss. So it's
And-
14 on the first one.
Offhand for the third one hits.
Yes, that's gonna hit. So they're 8. Cool.
So with a slash, slash, slash as he's distracted with trying to eat Illa,
Mm.
cutting him open from behind.
Emmett, you were a spider.
I'm gonna web him.
Let him.
He's restrained.
Oh, he cannot move. His speed has been reduced to 0, and people have advantage on attack rolls against him.
And he has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yes, he does.
And it will take an action to get out of it.
Tight. Okay, go on. Does that have damage on it too? Looks like it.
Huh?
Does it do any damage or no?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so he is now restrained. I'm going to make a note here that he is restrained.
And I
Perfect.
can technically attack with the flaming spider and not affect the web. Which
But
I
you-
should have done.
Will it damage an ally though?
Oh yeah. So I think it's just gonna fizzle. I think it's done its job.
Okay, you're going to turn it off?
Yeah. I got other stuff I can do.
Oh, good. Don't lose that wolf form there, human.
It's dark.
It's dark
fine.
now.
It's fine. He's fine.
Oh, whatever. You don't need light. No. All right, Isla, you need to make a death saving throw.
I failed.
Yep, that is one failure, which
No.
is now our monstrosity's turn. Okay, so welcome to homebrew, everybody. Time to use a homebrew skill. He's going to use Devourer. Since the creature is grappled in his mouth and its hit point has been reduced to 0, he is going to swallow Isla, instantly killing her and healing for half of her total hit points.
I am going to use Blood Curse of the Fallen Pocket.
No, here we go. Inside it.
It's the moment the creature falls unconscious or dies within
Yep.
30 feet of you.
Okay, let's do it.
Uh,
How is this gonna work? 'Cause
I
it's
can use
like-
my reaction to make that creature immediately make a single weapon attack against the target of your choice within its range. So Illa, you get to make one swing at this thing from inside.
I'll give advantage. I'll give advantage on that because it's inside of it.
Oh!
That's 20.
Wow.
He's gonna
Just
bust the organ.
you're like, oh, good.
That is 14 damage with the house roll. Awesome. Oh, jeez. Yeah, as like she gets swallowed, and then suddenly you hear like this sound from inside of him, and he kind of like groans a little bit. Now, Isla, what is your max HP?
17.
Oh, that's 17.
Yeah.
That's some bad
I
rolls.
have I have -1 constitution.
Oh god.
Ooh.
That'll do it.
Okay, so he's only going to heal for 8 then. Good thing he ate the cleric. Okay, and that's one player down. Where's that TPK? Let's do this. Okay. That does consume his full turn, so he can't try to break out of the web or anything this turn. So he is still restrained, and it is Human's turn. Your friend just got eaten.
You know, how about a crit?
Ooh.
How about a crit? Yeah, you're pissed. Yeah, you bite him real good.
Good numbers. Those are dope.
Well, what's your
Dope numbers.
your max damage right now?
It's a D4, so 4.
So 8 damage.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Actually, it's 2d4 is the attack. It's 2d4 plus 2. So
Oh, that's 16.
so it'd be
no, that's
16.
8. So 12 total.
yeah, so 12 total. As he chomps into this thing, and make me a strength saving throw.
Yes, sir.
Come on, low numbers. Yes,
7, that's low.
you are dragged down and knocked prone as I chomp on your pezzy leg and drag you to the ground.
It is prone and restrained. It is in a bad spot right now.
Double disadvantage.
Double disadvantage.
Perfect. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, and it is Emmett.
Go eat monster. Eat the monster.
Eat the monster that's eating people. You have advantage. Do it. That's
Crit.
Kaboom.
We gotten 3 crits in a row.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yellow Piz, y'all's friend died.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
So-
that is
I was mad. I was getting eaten.
So 16 piercing and
So I did the 16.
then con save for the poison.
Yes, so it's going to be. So it's going to succeed on that, so it's going to take an additional 3.
Okay,
Okay.
that's all I
This thing's
got.
looking. It's got some wounds and stuff on it, but it's still going. It's still got a good way to fight.
All right.
Okay, Oh, did we skip 9 lives? How did we do that? 9 lives, you're up. Yeah, we skipped you out somehow. I don't know how that happened.
All right, so this thing's on the ground now, and I can just swing wildly at it to no abandon.
Yep.
Thank you, Ela, for your sacrifice. Then I roll. No.
That's a hit. That's 8 on the first. And so it's that, and then it took another 6, and then the last one is gonna hit with a nat 20 because it's advantage.
Crit.
Look, everyone critted. Everyone critted in a row. Now the boss needs a crit, real good. Except he can't because he's gonna be trying to get out. Yeah, so that's a 6 plus 6. That's 12.
Ignore the double red dot.
Yeah, so 18. Now he's looking pretty rough. Now we're cooking.
It's like
Okay. And it's a strength save to break out of the webbing.
Yes. And it takes his entire action, and he succeeds.
Yeah, so he busts out of the web, but he is still prone. But he is out of the webbing, but that was his action, so that is all he's got. Boss is free. Gotta eat somebody next turn. Human.
Sweet. I'm gonna bite him again.
Fight.
Arr, arr, arr.
Nope.
You're not gonna bite him this time.
Yep, he's too wily. Oh.
And that was 9 lives, because this is when you're supposed to go last time in order.
Cool. Is he still prone?
Yes.
Yes.
He is still prone.
That hit.
No. Yes.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 12, and then our nat 20.
Yeah.
Man, advantage is a magical thing. Okay, so that's 11 plus 3, so 14.
Just slicing and dicing with these glowing radiant scimitars, hoping to in some way purge this evil from him. Not the purging is killing.
Awesome. And then, Emmett.
Bite, 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 bite. Arr, arr, arr.
Spider bite. 21 is a hit, so Constitution save.
Ooh, not so great.
It is going to succeed also, so it's going to be
8 damage. That's a bad roll.
You're a bad roll.
No, oh no! I don't want to be a bad roll.
And it is now the boss's turn. He's half his movement to get up from prone, and it is going to bite at 9 lives.
How dare.
17 to hit.
That will hit.
So 21 piercing.
Oh.
Ouch.
I'm still up for now.
So strength save. Yeah,
Not good
15.
at those. Well, actually, I'm not bad at those.
You're
Nope.
bad. Yep, you are grappled in its mouth, so you cannot move. And then it's going to use its claw. It cannot claw the same thing that it's holding in its mouth. So it is going to claw. It's going to claw at the wolf. Is it bit him? It didn't mean. 14 to hit.
Hit.
13 slashing.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, and it is now our wolf's turn.
The wolf is now a furbolg on all fours because he knocked him out of wolf form.
Oh, and you're in the dark without light.
Yeah, so he stands up again, and man, what does he do? He runs the fuck away, because that's the smart choice. No, he oh man. He casts a spell on himself. He casts Barkskin on himself.
Nice.
So my AC is now 16.
I don't know where he is, but he's coming
Yeah,
for
I don't
you.
know where that guy is, but he's biting on my business. So I don't want any part of that. Yeah, so that is my action. And, I mean, he was right up next to the guy, right? So he kind of has an idea of where he is. So he pulls out his club and smacks it on his hand, and all the vines grow back over it as he casts Shillelagh.
Sweet. Okay, and then 9 lives at the end of your turn, so it's going to use your full action. You can try and make the same. You can actually do an athletics or an acrobatics to try and escape with a DC of 15.
I would love to make an acrobatics check.
Make that acrobatics. Give me a 15. Nope, you're still grappled. And it is now Emmett's turn.
I'm gonna rules lawyer for a second,
Uh-oh.
in the hopes of saving my friend. It's mostly a question. If I can force movement, typically that would pull a grapple away.
Mhm.
Will that happen in this case?
In this case, I'm going to say no, because
Okay.
he's in his mouth, like a kind of like a T-Rex in like a Tomb of Annihilation or something. If it was
would
a
still
grapple,
work in that case.
would it really? That's weird.
Yep. That's how forced movement works.
That's silly. No, I gotta, for the sake of like D&D homebrew, things make sense. He's literally being held in like sharp teeth.
Okay.
So if you like push him 10 feet away, he's still holding the dude in sharp teeth.
Okay.
If he was like holding him in place or something, like his hands,
That's why I thought I'd ask.
yeah. There's some rules in D&D that are silly.
Yeah.
Here's one. Why do you get your dexterity bonus to AC when you're unconscious?
And I can think of some reasons because
There are
I don't
literally-
believe
Give me a seizure.
I don't believe that you're actually unconscious when you're unconscious, but whatever.
Nice.
I guess I bite him because I'm still Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man's.
Can't do much about that. 16?
16 hits. He fails, so that's going to be 18.
I think
He's
I'm
looking really bad.
I think I'm gonna bonus action unshapeshift though.
Okay.
Kind of skitter away a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, this thing is looking really, really bad, but it is its turn.
Yep.
So first things first, it's gonna bite the dude in its mouth. And it's gonna nat 1. So he tries to like bite you, and I guess at that point it's like when you try your acrobatic check and you like end up like actually kicking it in the nose and you just like fall out of its mouth and are no longer grappled.
It sneezes.
It like sneezes and you fly out of its mouth. It's going, I should have been able to chop him before his movement.
Gesundheit.
And then he is going to claw at Human, who is just chilling in the dark. So claw comes at you and is going to miss. Okay, and Human, it is your turn. You were chilling in the dark.
Yeah, I continue to exist in the dark. I'm going to smash this guy with disadvantage because I'm in the dark.
Yep.
Ka-chow! 15.
Nope, just misses.
Damn.
Just misses.
Whoop. I can't see anything, guys. Whoop. Whoop.
9 lives. You got spat up, so you are out of his grapple, so you're good to go.
Wonderful. I'm going to, as I'm like tumbling out of his mouth, try and swing upward inside of it, to, like cut along the roof of it, because that sounds like a really painful thing. And that's not going to work.
Nope.
Nor is that.
Nope.
Nor is that.
Where's that? You're like, this is nasty.
Yeah. I'm real tempted to just run. But I won't.
Then it is Emmett's turn.
Emmett's gonna pull out their tiny little U wand and go. Should have thought of this earlier and cast daylight.
Oh! It's suddenly bright in the room.
Well, now I can see everything.
So yeah, I cast daylight on the wand itself. So 60-foot radius of light. It counts as natural daylight, so things that don't like it don't like it.
Yeah, he's gonna have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws while in daylight.
Okay, cool. Perfect. That's why I should have thought of that earlier.
Hashtag retrospect.
Yeah, I think he hisses a little bit though, and like covers his own eyes. And I think that's me.
Cool.
That's an action.
Cool. The boss is gonna get one more turn. As you learn, boss unlike light. So guess who he's coming at?
Yeah.
He's gonna turn and snap his jaws at you. 24 to hit is going to hit.
That is a hit.
12 piercing, and I need that strength save.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's a thing I'm allowed to do.
Is that daylight concentration?
Sure is.
Sorry for asking.
I saved, but I do need to
Yeah.
concentrate.
Concentration.
We're
You're
good.
There is still light. Hallelujah. Let there be light.
Let there be daylight.
Okay, and then he is going to swing his claws at a different target. He is going to swing at 9 lives. And it's going to miss, totally. The contest of the misses between him and 9 lives right now. Okay, and it is Human's turn. You can see.
I can see. I'm gonna bop him on the head. Hey, man. Whoop. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, cut that out. And he hits him for 8 damage in the top of his flappy giant head.
Yep, and
Whoop.
tell us how you kill him with that.
It's the most lazy, casual. Hey, cut that out. Whoop. And he just like smacks him across the head. His head just turns sideways, and then he falls. And he's like, "That's what I thought. I did it."
Yeah,
Guys.
he just boom, just falls to the ground and is toast.
Guys, you
And
see
I
how
want
cool
you to
that
know,
was? I bumped him in the head.
if you had made a Fairly Odd Parents reference to "I can see, I can fight," you were gonna get inspiration.
I forgot about that entirely until you just said it.
I usually make that reference like every time.
Guys, I beat him. You see that?
What
What?
about, where's Ilya?
Oh, I think he ate her.
I cut open his stomach.
Ooh, yeah, she's in
Gross.
there.
You
Pull her
like
out.
pull her pizzas out?
We should bury her.
You could have buried her while she was inside of him. You gotta pull them all apart and be all gross about it.
No. He is a monstrosity.
Oh,
He does not deserve the last rites.
all right.
As y'all are all talking in this chamber, you begin to hear a hissing sound, and you suddenly realize that a kind of like a bluish mist begins to float out of these little vents up along the ceiling. And
Something's coming. Run!
y'all scramble, run for the doors, try the doors, all of them are locked, and you realize that you're stuck in this chamber. And one by one, you succumb to this gas and fall asleep. You awaken somewhere deep below the earth in a dark cavern where you can barely see. A human probably can't even see. And you hear a familiar voice of a Father Desmond speaking. It says, "You have destroyed our creations, but it does not matter, for it is time that you become one of them. It is time that all of you join the many." And as he says this, out of a hole on the ground, this being begins to crawl out from the earth, and you see this large monster that 1 minute is the shape of a dragon, the next it is the shape of a man, the next the shape of a giant, the next the shape of some creature you never could have imagined, with crazy limbs and different shapes, and it keeps shifting before you. But that's not what's disturbing about it. The most disturbing thing about this creature is that it's not made of darkness or goo or slime. Every last inch of this shape-shifting creature before you is made of the parts of humanoid bodies that have been thrown together and stitched and strewn and built through this ritual. And this giant monster, the Mini, looms over all of you. And that is where we're going to end our one-shot of A Storm Parade.
Fine.
I do not fear death, but I fear this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this either. I mean, I don't see it, but it sounds gross and wet.
Ooh. That's nasty.
It's probably it smells bad.
Yep, so that's our game.
Sweet, that was dope. That was definitely scarier than the first one. I liked it. That was,
Yep.
that was pretty cool. So let's go around, do our introductions from our cast and crew, hear what your thoughts are on the game, and get ready for our last game of the night, which is a creepy carnival game. So we'll start with our illustrious GM. Jack, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of this one shot?
Hey guys, my name is Jack. I go by Jacko Buddy everywhere, mainly, especially on Twitter, which is kind of like my hub for everything I do. I write a lot of original one-shot adventures and campaigns, this being actually part of a shorter campaign that I am writing for DM's Guild currently. I'm also going to be, as we announced earlier tonight, running a homebrew adventure called Island in the Sky on this channel in about 2 weeks, so keep an eye out for that. So I do a lot of writing and different things of that nature. Yeah, I thought this was super duper cool. I love like the dark, messed up, twisted horror. And once you were like, last time you're like, man, you need to turn this stuff up. So I turned it up to 12, and it's nasty, it's gross, and it's really creepy and disturbing. And there's a lot more really messed up stuff in this campaign. It's going to be there beyond just what was seen tonight. So I really look forward to getting this thing out and seeing it run and all that, but I thought it was fun. Awesome players, awesome game. So yeah, always love doing these charity streams.
Hell yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this. I want to see the end of this, and for the new Islands in the Sky game. And speaking of that game, one of the players in that game, Speedy, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of this one shot?
Hi, I'm Speedy. I'm also excited for Islands in the Sky. I've been thinking about my character for a while now, and I'm pretty check it out. The world seems awesome. I was asking Jack a bunch of questions about like lore outside of the channel without letting anyone know secretively. But yeah, this was super fun. First time playing a Tabaxi or a Blood Hunter, and I enjoyed it greatly. With my very Khajiit man who knows death. A man has no name. Kind of inspiration. The creepy was definitely there, and this is getting me more excited to play in another game that Jack is DMing. But you can find me online at Not So Speedruns, pretty much everywhere, Twitch and Twitter and stuff. I play indie games sometimes. I used to be running City of Mist, or not running, playing in City of Mist for 6 and 20, but that has come to an end. Hopefully starting a new campaign on my channel and something else soon, eventually. I don't know, who knows, maybe.
I'm not even sure, man. Just maybe like do something. Yeah, I'm excited for Islands of the Sky, and if you guys are excited as well, in our Discord we have a chat for Islands in the Sky to discuss ideas, thoughts, lore, story, the campaign itself. So feel free to come over there and join us in that. And I may bring back Human for that game. He was pretty fun to play. And
Human was great.
And he's just nonsense. So that's going to be awesome. Someone else running a new campaign on the channel coming up soon. Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of this one shot?
Hello, I'm Ethan, or Super Robot Bear on the Twitter, which is where you can usually find me in whatever the heck I'm doing. I'm running the North Sea, which is actually a campaign I've been writing for almost 2 years now. So we're going to be running that. If you like more of this sort of, I refer to it as philosophical horror, because the more you consider what you've done and what you're doing, the worse it gets.
Truth. Yep.
It also plays with the idea of, do you, like, what is the penalty for choice?
They have deers with hand antlers.
Yeah, that's true.
They grab you with their handlers.
I've been writing book 3, and there's worse things.
I know, that was just book 2.
That's book 2. So yeah, you'll be able to find me here on Thursdays, coming up in September?
Yes. Those are both accurate statements.
Correct. Okay. So look forward to that.
Fantastic. And last but not least, we'll jump over to Nikki. Nikki, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of this one shot today?
Well, you can find me at Awkward Cosgirl on Twitter or everywhere else as Awkward Cosplay Girl. I do a lot of things on the internet. I cosplay. I play tabletops with Jack on our Twitch channel called Reliant Games. And I'm do a lot of writing and stuff. I don't know. I'm a meme lord, so I don't do much.
That works. That
Other than
works.
that,
Yeah, many words.
I get to play in a lot of Jack's games, and he and I talk a lot about DMing and stuff like that, and all of his stuff. So I always love his stuff. I will always be down to play any game that Jack plays. So
It was a
it's
pleasure
just
having
on
you.
par with everything else he does. It's
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
I agree. I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, before we get out of here, I want to remind you guys: go follow, not file. You don't have to file anything. Go follow Reliant Games. I'm pretty sure I spelled that right, despite my inability to spell awkward. That's okay. I'll fix that real quick. Go follow those guys. That is Jack's other channel that he streams on. They have some fun games over there. New channel. New games. It's if you've been around the unMadeGaming crew for a long time, you know that it looks very similar to our humble beginnings, and it has all that nostalgia feel of streaming in someone's basement. So definitely go check those guys out. And a reminder, this is a charity stream, so guys, if you want to help us hit that goal, we are just 115. I think that's how numbers work. $115 away from hitting our goal for this month. As I said before, we have raised over $6,000 on this channel, $7,000 plus as a team across several channels. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Reset real quick for our last game of the night, which is Crossroad Carnival or Carnival Crossroads, one of the two. It's by Magpie Games, and it should be a creepy fun time run by our very own creepy German Petra, and I can't wait for it. So let's jump into that. And from all of us to you guys. Bye-bye.